Liverpool Football Club might be winning the league again this season, ladies and gentlemen. Hugo Ekitike is on fire. Ryan Gravenberch is the best DM in the world. Will Salah win the Ballon d'Or today? There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of things. You never know. Maybe it will happen. The LFC Avengers is back. Sit back. Enjoy watching this show. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And welcome back. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Sam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. okjersey.com, you guys. That's the website right here. The QR code is at the top right corner. Just use promo code Hussam and you get a 8% discount on all your purchases from the website. You get me? So go over there, get any football shirt you want. There's retro kits, there's all types of kit. You get me? So big up to all of you guys. And big up to you. Anyway, why didn't Vel make Callum She-Hulk on thumbnail? Wow. Fonzie started already. Fonzie has started already. Wow.
Just beef for breakfast, yeah? Bloody
have no words. 1 minute in. 1 minute. By the way, you want to know what's funny about this? It's like 6 a.m. in Canada. It's like 5 a.m. in Canada, probably.
So the first thing on his mind is to hate Cal.
That's crazy.
I think it's dedication.
That's mad. Anyway, guys, let's start. I want to talk first and foremost about this derby, the derby game on Saturday. And first half, second half, two completely different stories. But I'll start off with you, Callum. Talk to me, Habibi.
I'll be honest, I've only watched the first half because I was out all day on Saturday. We were very good in the first half.
That's a great start. That's a great start. Can you tell me about the game? I can only tell you about one half.
No, but I'm being honest. I could sit up here and lie to you guys. I'm just being honest. But yeah, first half we looked really good. We're popping the ball about. The first half made me feel very comfortable for the rest of the season, if I'm going to be honest. And I think a lot has been overlooked so far of the start of the season we've had. One, we've won every single game, which is not to be squawked at. But not just that. A lot of people have accused us of obviously being disjointed and all that. And we have been. We haven't looked great for 90 minutes. But what Saturday afternoon showed me is that when this team clicks, and they're starting to click now, we are going to be just close to being unbeatable, in my opinion. And look, Everton aren't the greatest of teams, but they're also no mugs. And this was a derby, and we knew what the tactics were. Jack Grealish gets a touch on his back, and he dies like Tom Daly for 90 minutes, and then he complains about it after the game, which is crazy. But we dealt with everything. You see when Tarkowski's trying to start trouble with Virgil, Virgil looks back at him, he laughs and says, "Let's go." That sort of mentality, that sort of attitude in the squad. Ryan Gravenberch, the way he vacates his position, breezes forward, gets a beautiful pass from Mo, and on first time, that's a beautiful finish. Ekitike, not to crap on anyone, Darwin Núñez had a very similar chance in the Everton game a couple of seasons ago away from home. Dispatches this time. Those little differences, those little nuances, those are what make you champions. That's what makes you winners. And I'm looking at this Liverpool team, and it's the most comfortable I've been with a Liverpool team in my lifetime. We are so good. And we've still got so more we can improve on as well, which is scary. I still think we can make a few additions, which can make us even better. I think we can get better on the football pitch. I think we can be better defensively, attacking-wise. But if we're probably playing a 6 out of a 10 at the moment, imagine when we get to 7, 8, 9s. Like, we're going to be unbeatable. So, yeah, great at the moment. And, yeah, great. Hold on. What's this? Oh, no. Okay, cool. What's all something crazy? But yeah, no, very happy.
Go ahead,
Well,
Tom.
so
Why do you
this-
act like it's your first rodeo?
No, I was just letting first half FC say everything he needed to say.
Wow.
Now, based on the
Second
second
half.
half, I watched the second half. Second half wasn't as good. We need to stop this thing that we do where we play really good for 45 minutes and then just decide we can't be arsed anymore. We need to stop that. I'll be honest. I think that some of the reactions of the game yesterday is slightly over the top, or on Saturday's over the top.
Yeah.
I thought Conor Bradley done a pretty decent job, all things considered, on Jack Grealish. When you're up against a guy like Jack Grealish, all that lad wants to do is get you touch tight so he can go down and win a foul. So Bradley's stuck between a rock and a hard place. If he goes touch tight on him, he's giving away fouls constantly. If he backs off him, he's giving Grealish the space he wants. I thought Bradley dealt with him pretty well, all things considered. He forced him into crosses. If there's one thing we can defend with Van Dijk and Konate in the box, it's crosses. Now, the only reason they scored from a cross is because Kirkez got under one. Outside that, he was brilliant all game. I don't really think we were threatened by Everton much in that second half in terms of them creating great chances. I just think we lost control of the game. We tried to do everything at 100 miles an hour and we didn't need to. And it took us bringing on Curtis Jones and it took us bringing on Florian Wirtz, players who will put the foot on the ball for a second and take a bit of time to calm that momentum back down. I thought Gravenberch was exceptional. Ekitike, it's actually really nice to have a striker who doesn't put it over the fucking bar, when he's one-on-one with the keeper.
He did.
Same guy you fell in love with F comps.
Ekitike actually did that in the very last game he played.
He was offside though. He was offside, so it doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, if that was Nunes, I'm not even getting up and going, "Oh my god, here we go." With Ekitike,
I fans are complaining about Nunes.
Shock.
I swear, I actually have a whole video. I'm not even lying. I watched a Hilal fan going if this was Mitrovic, we'd won the game.
Why am I not shocked?
Don't worry about Nunes. He's gone.
I thought
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Callum Habibi, relax. It's okay. You get me? Drifty's not here. You don't have to. You don't have to just go all out.
No, he's gone in it. We all got what we wanted. He's not here now.
He ain't here today. You get me? You can cut Nunes as much as you want. Don't worry. The show doesn't have Drifty. It doesn't have ends. None of the Nunes guys. You get me? So you're safe. This is a safe space to criticize Darwizi. Anyway.
What I am interested in is how long it's going to take before we see Ekitike and Isak play together. Whether that's two up top or Ekitike off the left.
Salah going AFCON.
That entirely defeats the point of what I'm asking, though.
Can I ask a question? So 2 questions. Hassam, I hope I'm not taking any of the topics that you're going to speak about. First thing I want to ask, though.
We don't do it this style over here, Habibi.
Cal thinking that Hassam comes into these shows prepared with topics.
Yeah, I don't do the whole topics thing. Go for it, Habibi. What's your question?
Konate, bro.
Yes.
After the first 2 games, fans were getting on his back. And I'm here to be consistent with it now. Fans were getting on his back. He was poor in the Bournemouth game, poor in the Newcastle game. Since then, though, he's been absolutely brilliant. And at the weekend, most aerial duels won, most clearances made, dominant. And this is not even me trying to crap on Mark Gahey, because again, we all know I rate Mark Gahey. But when everyone was going off saying how Mark Gahey's he's better than Konate, he's a level above Konate, and he's this, that, and the other, and Konate's crap, and Konate, he should just go Real Madrid. And why is it those fans who are saying that have gone really quiet now all of a sudden? Where's the energy? Where's the same, fairness? Because when he's doing bad, everyone's quick to jump on and say, "Oh, he's a bozo." And this, in the last few games, he's been absolutely amazing. Where's that fan base? Because I was told this is a fair fan base, but it hasn't felt like it. So that's the first thing. And then second of all, just like I said going into the season, left wing is an issue. And I think left wing is a problem for the attack at the moment. And when I say left wing, everyone automatically thinks I'm just speaking about Gakpo. I'm not. Gakpo's not had a great start to the season. It's not just Gakpo. It's the fact that I don't think Slot still fully trusts Rio. Verse has been played out there as well, and we're even hearing talks of, or we're hearing a large portion of the fan base saying, "Let's play Ekitike out there." Ekitike, if I'm not mistaken, we've been through this as a channel. Has played like 1 or 2 games there in his whole career. Why are we now saying we want Ekitike out there when we've got a Rio on the bench? That everyone told me going into the season, we've got Rio, we don't need another left winger. What is going on with left wing?
I mean, if you're that off Gakpo already, then I don't know what to say.
Sam, do you see this?
No, I just
no, let him speak his mind because he's the Cody guy on the street.
No. But Sam, what was the first thing I said? This is not a Gakpo thing. Didn't I say that?
But it is though, because you're saying there's a problem at left wing. Who's the guy who played left wing? I'm just gonna throw what you said on Konate back on you.
Pause. Sam. When I said left wing, I said this is not a Gakpo thing. It's Gakpo's not playing very well. Rio's not being trusted. We've seen Verts over there when Verts has been told to be playing the 10, and we're now hearing Ekitike should be playing over there. I mentioned 4 players. 4 players.
But it is
left wing is an issue.
But it is a Gakpo thing because he's the one that's playing there.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like it or not.
Hold on, is Gakpo the only player who's played there so far this season? And
he's the only guy who's playing the majority of the minutes, yeah.
That was my question.
Because you're not but Cal, you're not bringing up this issue based on the fact that when Rio came on for 30 minutes against Everton, we didn't look good there. That's not what you're bringing it up on. You're saying left wing has been a problem, and if you're saying that it's been a problem, then we all know what you're going on about. It's not about
Tijan. Tom, he said everyone at left wing is poor. I didn't even use the word poor. I said left wing is a problem.
But there's a reason why you're saying that.
Yes,
because I know you'll sit there. I know you'll sit there and you'll go, well, you can't say to Ekitike because Ekitike hasn't even played there. So that's one option straight out the door.
What did you say about Ekitike? I just said everyone wants Ekitike to play there, and I don't think he's played more than 2 games left wing in his whole career.
So your whole point is left, right? So your whole point is left wing is a problem.
You're a Gakpo guy. You're a Gakpo.
I am a Gakpo guy. But it's also a case of it's also a case of I think people are just desperate to find a fucking scapegoat this season now that there isn't a Diaz or a Nunes. Desperate for it.
Hold on. Wait. Has anyone who's played left wing this season lit up the place for you?
In terms lit up the place?
All right, I'll change it. Has anyone who's played at left wing impressed you so far this season?
Gakpo first 2 games impressed me.
Gakpo against Bournemouth and Newcastle.
Bournemouth and Newcastle impressed me, yeah.
Okay, first.
He got a goal against Bournemouth, and I thought he was quite good all game. And against Newcastle, he was used as the outlet to get us up the pitch when we were playing long ball. And he dominated Kieran Trippier and got 2 assists. So for me, when I look at what I want from my left winger...
Do you say he got 2 assists against Newcastle?
He did get 2 assists against Newcastle, yeah.
Okay, Tom.
He did. For me, when I look at attackers, the main priority is to create or score goals. If Gakpo was leaving the first 2 games of the season with 3 goal contributions, I'm not going to sit there and go, you're shit. You've been shit.
Why can't you just constructively criticize the guy, though?
I
can do. But in the same way that in the same way that Cal went, Konate was crap first 2 games and now everyone's quiet on him. Gakpo was good first 2 games, and now everyone's trying to jump on him.
He was good in the first game. He wasn't good in the Newcastle game.
He was good in the Newcastle game.
He wasn't good in the Newcastle game.
Fucking hell. He was the only guy who was consistently getting us up against Newcastle. He was the only outlet against Newcastle.
Tom, he wasn't good against Newcastle. Yes, he registered 2 assists, but let's not act like the assists were like he did something amazing. The assist for Ekitike was because he tried to shoot from doing his same move again, and it ricocheted, and he got a toe to it before he got tackled. And the first one was him pass to Gravenberch. Gravenberch danced past one person and put it bottom corner. What? Let's not change the narrative here. Like, I watch games as well, bro. Let's not act like Salah at the weekend and assist, right? We're not going to put that in the same category as what Gakpo did for Gravenberch, are we? They're both assists, but we know the difference, right? Because football's about nuances and context, not just stats, right? So when you say Gakpo,
but if it's about nuances, you're just ignoring everything he done in that game to be the only attacker for the first 70 minutes who was consistently getting us off the pitch.
The whole attack stank in that game. Ekitike finished his chance well, but the whole attack stank in that game.
Gakpo's the only guy getting us up the pitch. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so,
Every-
all right.
every
Even if you're
time-
going to use that even if you're going to use that metrics, the Crystal Palace game, pretty poor. Then, in your opinion, the first 2 games of the Premier League season, he was good. So that's 2 games to 1. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then since then, we played 4 games, 3 in the league and 1 in the Champions League. Yes. So that's
yeah.
5 games bad and 2 games good. Go on. What's your argument, Tom?
In terms of what? I'm not saying he's been perfect all season.
And you're
I don't
saying
think-
it's not.
No,
You're
but
saying
I
I'm
don't,
creating a scapegoat.
I don't think there's an issue in terms of we need to try and figure out who's going to play. No, Gakpo's in it. Gakpo's having a bad run of form. It's what it is. Salah also, let's not forget, didn't have the greatest of starts of the season.
And
But
people were speaking about Salah. There was no talk of scapegoat though. But I mentioned Gakpo. I mentioned the other left wingers in a scapegoat. You said those words. You said we are looking for a scapegoat, and Gakpo's the scapegoat. Now that Diaz,
Are you telling me that people aren't looking to scapegoat Gakpo?
no, there are some people are, but they can't be labelled on me. I've been consistent with everyone.
Where did I say you're looking to scapegoat him?
You said the fan base are scapegoating, so you clearly.
I said there are people looking to scapegoat him because there's always people in this fan base.
Scapegoat everyone.
There's not though, because as you said, there's no one looking to scapegoat the good players in this team. People are looking for a guy to scapegoat.
All right, I'll name you the players who've been scapegoated this season so far. Kirkes, yeah, scapegoated. Conor Bradley has been scapegoated. Salah has been scapegoated. Gakpo has been scapegoated. That's 4 players in the team. Hell, McAllister's been scapegoated sometimes as well. So Szoboszlai. So let's not act like it's just Gakpo. Other players get it as well.
Sorry, has Conor Bradley been scapegoated when he didn't play until like the last 2 games?
Why is Conor Bradley playing? He's crap. He's been crap. Should have been Frimpong. We not heard that? You yourself said.
I've not heard that.
You yourself said when you started your monologue, people were crashing out on Conor Bradley. I thought he had a good game. Is that not scapegoating, Tom? By your metric?
No, it's not by my metric, no.
So what's the metric of scapegoating then?
Scapegoating for me is when you look at Gakpo's season as a whole and go, he's been crap all season. And he's the problem in this attack.
If I've said 5 games he's been poor and 2 games he's been good, then how is that scapegoating when that's fact, right?
Because you've got to look at it within context, haven't you?
What's the context, Tom?
In these 5 games where he was crap, even though I disagree on some of them, I don't think he's been crap in all 5. But we'll lean on that general consensus. Which attacker was good against Burnley?
Hold on. I said this about the Newcastle game. Forget about the other attackers. We're talking about Gakpo here. Which game in the 5 that I mentioned? So Crystal Palace, Burnley, Everton, Arsenal,
Athletic.
and Athletic. Which game of those was he good in?
In terms of
fact,
good,
I'll ask you this now. Which of those games was he good in?
He didn't match the level of the first 2, but I thought he was decent enough against Arsenal.
I don't care about the other 2. Which game was he good in?
I'm telling
you.
But I can't say he was good because my idea of good is what he was in the first 2 games. But that doesn't mean he's been crap.
Really? Anyway, Matt, you ready?
I just think people are desperate.
Can I just say hi to Matt, bro? This guy. Can I just bring Matt on? What a loser. Always interrupting. Relax. Anyway, hi, Matt. How you doing,
What's going on, bro? What's going on, guys?
Yo, big up. Big up to you.
Big up, man. I just tuned in
just
now.
Big up to everyone who just joined us from the football terrace as well. It's okay. He just had parent duties. My son is acting up on stream. You get me? So big up to all of you guys. We have 1,000 people locked in the building. Please do hit the like button. Do subscribe. Every single one of you right now. Let's get to 500 likes ASAP. And so like the video and subscribe, please, right now. We need you guys' help with the algorithms. The Coppish boys will tell you the numbers have been messing up recently. So we can't have 1,100 people in here. We ain't even on 200 likes yet. You liking the video will help push this video to more home pages and help us get out there more. Anyway, Matt, let's get Matt's opinion on this. Matt, Callum brought up Gakpo's recent form. Tom is
didn't-
defending
did-
Gakpo's
but
recent
Sam,
form.
I didn't bring up his recent form.
I'm not
You
defending his
said
recent
left
form.
winger. Just say it with your chest, bro.
No,
Come
because
on.
if I wanted to say Gakpo, I'd have said Gakpo. I'm not
say
scared of
it.
saying his name, but left wing is an issue. If left wing's an issue, it's an issue. So it's not just one player.
So the
is it?
left wing is an issue because the left winger is someone you don't
No.
rate that highly by
No,
definition.
because,
Can we
no,
stop?
because the first choice left winger isn't playing well. The quote unquote second choice left winger that I was told to shut up and deal with isn't even being trusted by the manager. A 10 who was brought in for over 100 million is playing on the left wing as well. And we're asking a second striker to play left wing. Oh, ding dong, it must be a problem. Oh, and guess what? We're also saying Chiesa might be able to do a job over there. So 5 players for one position. And we're sitting there saying it's not a problem when none of us can agree who should be starting or playing. Do me a favor, guys, man. Do me a favor on a real. Left wing
Sorry,
is an
Cal, who should be playing left wing?
Everything you just said points at you saying you don't rate Gakpo. So why don't you just say it?
issue. What? Oh my!
I swear you're
I can't
basically
do
just
this.
saying it indirectly, bro.
I'm not saying it.
All right.
He's in bad form. He's
Might
in
as well just
bad
say it.
form.
Say it with your chest, bro.
You're trying to gaslight. I see what you're doing.
No, I'm not gaslighting at all. I'm really not.
You
I'm
must
really
be.
not.
So in
I'm not
regards
bad.
to the left hand side, Cal, you're basically saying there's a problem. You're saying
No, apparently, I'm saying Gakpo's crap.
no. All right. So what? All right. Just
That's
explain to
fine.
me what you're saying, like, so I can get the full context. What are you saying?
I am saying we have
Yeah.
a left winger in Gakpo who
Yeah.
was a very good performer last season, our
Mhm.
third best attacker, in my humble opinion. Some would say he was our second best attacker last season. I'm saying this season so far, he has not been good. In fact, you'd arguably say he's been poor. But the person who's meant to be his competition doesn't seem to be trusted by the manager. We spent over 100 million on a player that we thought would be the 10 to unlock defenses, is now being played out there as well as talk of Ekitike, who's only played 2 games in his whole career, I think, on left wing, being told he should be playing left wing. And now we're also saying Chiesa might be an option there as well. If we've got 5 players there who are all being spoken about to play left wing, how is that not a problem? Because I don't hear anyone saying, well, I think Chiesa might play up front or should play up front. You know, I think Vert should play false 9. We've got 2 strikers that we can depend on and rely on, right? 2 strikers that we're comfortable with. 2 strikers who are in decent form right now. Mo Salah's Mo Salah, innit? Again, Matt, you can testify to this. When Mo was stinking out the place, what was I saying? We need competition for Mo. We need competition for Mo so someone else can play there. When Konate wasn't playing well, it was, if we had Gahey would be started. Like, when Bradley's not having a good game, Frimpong's there. If Kirkes, who was bad against Burnley, came off the pitch, we had an Andy Robertson there. So what is going on with left wing? It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard.
All right, so what I take from that is, obviously, you're saying Gakpo isn't playing well, which I don't think he really is, if I'm being honest. I know Gakpo's got a bit of GA, but I don't think he's playing that well. Rio has hardly been trusted that much. I feel like if he was trusted a bit more, maybe would at least started maybe 1 game. The thing with Florian Wirtz, though, Florian Wirtz has never started on the left. I think he's only been deployed there, like, sort of like when he's been brought on, like, maybe late into a game or there's been a shift in tactics. But yeah, the left-hand side isn't optimal, innit? Like, I think the left-hand side, and when we say left-hand side, I think we've got to kind of like keep it a buck. The reason why I say there's an issue is because Gakpo isn't doing his job. And if Gakpo was doing his job, I don't think there'll be this kind of like discussion in the first place. Because if Gakpo's fitting firing, we wouldn't be saying anything, right? So I guess it mainly comes down to Gakpo maybe not being at the level that he was at last year. I think he will get better. I wouldn't say it's a massive concern because, again, you've got a lot of players that are underperforming and we're still getting wins. I just think you've got to give it time and let it play out. If Gakpo continues this week after week, then maybe it's something that we've got to address. Maybe it is like, I don't know, Gakpo gets taken out the firing line and then you play Wirtz there to see how he gets on.
Cut you, Matt. 5 games in a row.
No. I know, but here's the thing, though. Even though Gakpo can be frustrating with the whole, I'm just going to cut inside. He does defend pretty well. And not only that, when we're on transition, I know he's not as physically pleasing, but he will get us from A to B. Like, he can drive with the ball. But I guess his decision-making is what's letting him down, isn't it? I just think that we've only played, 5 games, right? And I feel like our fan base is already, scapegoating players.
Nomadic, you're a bitch.
What happened?
Nomadic in the chat, you're a bitch. If you want to start throwing out insults, you're a bitch. A small little bitch. Bitch, all capitals. Don't block him, Hassan. Bring him back.
I didn't block him. I just timed him out for 5 minutes.
Bro, let's not even worry about them, boy. There, let's leave them.
All capital, cap lock,
Leave them.
Bitch.
They're not even worth time, bro.
No
Don't even give them airtime. Don't even
No
bother.
testicles.
Why do
'Cause
you?
again,
Adam, you've been doing this long enough. Why are you letting these guys get to you, bro?
I'm not letting it get to you, but I'm saying if you're gonna throw out insults, then be prepared to take it back.
yeah, nah, for real. Plus,
I
the
hear
whole
you.
point of having these shows is so we can have debates. It'll be kind of stupid if everyone had the same sort of opinion. The whole point is there's things that we agree with and there's things that we disagree with, and this is why it's called a healthy debate. And that's why people in the chat, and I say majority, are the ones that are respectful and can just give an opinion without being rude. So people take note for people that can't understand. Like, you can disagree with someone but still be respectful about it. You can say, "Nah, Carl, I fully disagree." Matt, "Nah, I don't agree with that at all." Anyway, let's get back to case in point. 5 games in, I do feel like because maybe we're not firing on all cylinders, we are looking at like little issues that we are maybe highlighting more so if we was playing well. Because it's not just Gakpo. Salah had an indifferent start to the season, but now it's picked up pace. So I think Salah's okay. Conor Bradley, a little bit inconsistent. Even Kirkes, Konate had a couple of shaky games. And what happens is you get these people are quick to be opinionated on the first couple of games and go, "Well, that's him. Like, there's an issue." It's like, bro, let it play out. Like, Gakpo is a good player. He's a reliable player. Like, there's a reason why he plays for Liverpool. There's a reason why he got an extension. Now, does that mean he's the be-all and end-all of left wingers? No, it isn't. But I am hoping that Slot does give Rio a bit more opportunities to maybe challenge him. And this is what I said, and to finish my point. When we had Luis Diaz, and Diaz started the season on left wing, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cody was on the bench off the top of my head, right? And I kind of kept the same thing of when Diaz was at Liverpool and when Cody was there, they kind of like helped each other in it, like in a sense of it was competition, it was healthy. Now that that's gone, I feel like Gakpo may be getting it a little bit easy, kind of knowing that Rio's probably not going to start only due to experience. Do you know what I'm saying? And Gakpo's battle tested. So I think we just got to trust the manager. I think the manager will, if it becomes an ongoing theme, Cal, for another 3 games and he kind of not really doing nothing, I think maybe we might see a shift either to Wirtz on the left or maybe he does start Rio. But it remains to be seen. I just think we've got to let it play out, bro.
Cheers.
Well, let it play out.
I just don't. I think that there's certain people who are desperate to have a scapegoat that they can just blame everything on, and Gakpo has been the main target this season. I don't. People are desperate because they're saying that he hasn't been good. Konate, no one's been on Konate since the first 2 games.
Brother, do you know what? Let me.
It's what I'm saying. We're picking and choosing.
How is it picking and choosing? Are you going to sit there and tell me that people haven't been on Gakpo?
Hear me out.
All season.
What can they get after the first?
Have people been crashing out more on Konate or Gakpo, in your opinion?
Gakpo. Man, I've just had to sit here. I've just had to sit here and be told that Gakpo wasn't good against Newcastle.
You forget,
despite the fact.
Here we go.
There's a fucking another one.
Matt. Ask the question. Ask the question. You're just gonna ask.
Tom, if Gakpo has an indifferent game or a game where we feel like he could be better, I'm gonna call it out. I don't care if he's a favorite. I don't care, whatever. Because everyone knows on this channel, on Kopish, I'm a big Konate fan. I think Konate is a top defender. Some people think I overrate him. Some people just think, yeah, whatever, cool. But the first 2 games, he was bad, bro. He was terrible. And I started to think is it a case of he's down tools? Is it a case of he's not fit? Is it a case of like his head's in already Real Madrid? I don't know what it is, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it time. It's the same thing with Kirkes, bro. People started calling him Moreno. Kirkes has just entered Liverpool, and people already started calling him Moreno, bro. You get what I'm saying? Cody Gakpo, all people have said is Gakpo's he hasn't been at the races, man. No one said he's been absolutely trashed to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, he can't play for Liverpool. All we're saying is we know the levels of Gakpo. Tom, you was one of the first people to point out how many games he scored in last season at Anfield in a row. Yeah, when he was on a massive because we know Gakpo can do that. That is Gakpo. So even though Gakpo might not be the most aesthetically pleasing player, Gakpo is a very effective player. Bro, it's okay to call someone out if you feel like they're not playing that well or you feel like they could be playing a lot better. Just like how Hassan people say, "Oh, Hassan's a Salah boy." He's not. He just appreciates the greatness of Salah, but can still call it out when he'll say, "Nah, do you know what, guys? I'll be honest with you. Salah was terrible today." It's okay to say that, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
And that's fine. But I just think that the way that people are looking at Gakpo is a lot harsher compared to others. When it comes to the other attackers who've had bad starts of the season at points, they've had excuses given to them. They're getting used to the new attackers. They're not used to playing with these strikers. They're not used to this. When it's Gakpo, he's got one move in the locker. He's shit. You need to start Rio. You need to get rid of him. Not if anything. If you want me to be brutally honest, Gakpo's the attacker that's had one of the bigger role changes because he's had to go and do what Diaz was doing last year, which is the amount of defensive work, and he's had to be getting all the way back to support left back. And I'm not using
Tom,
that
it
as
can't be you the one who's saying this because you criticize Diaz more than anyone, Tom. It got to the level where the Colombians were calling me fair about Diaz. That's how much you criticize Diaz.
I never once heard you say anything about Diaz defensively last season.
No, Tom said that, though.
What are you on about? I always bigged him up for his work race. That's the one thing I
never used it as an excuse for him. When he wasn't scoring and assisting, you were saying he's not good enough. Gakpo should be the starting left winger.
Because so if you're asking when he wasn't scoring and assisting, that run of games happened when he was up front. So the defensive work from the left is irrelevant when you're up front, for one. But last year, I was giving Diaz a lot more praise because last year was the first year where I looked at it and said he's got the GA that I expect from a Liverpool attacker. In years before, it wasn't there, and I will sit there and say that I criticised Diaz from 22-23 to 23-24 when he was playing because I felt he was not having the impact required on the games. Last year, he was having the impact required on the games, so I had no issue with it. This summer, I had no problem with him staying or going. I had no problem with it. If he stayed, I wouldn't have been that angry. My point is, when you're looking at Gakpo this year, Gakpo, he is had to be the one who's taken the... we've still got the whole new attack coming in. He's got to do the defensive work on the left. And you factor in the fact that he's been playing on the same side as McAllister, who we all agree is not match fit. So at points, the games have passed him by. So that's another guy he's had to help out. Behind him is Kirkers, who I thought, despite being very good against Arsenal, very good against Everton, has at points been a little bit shaky this year. So that's another one he's had to help out. Not everyone, but most people who are jumping on Gakpo, I just think that they're desperate to have a scapegoat to go out this year and try and go, he's the reason why we're not attacking well, or he's the reason why this isn't going well. When in reality, I have a lot of sympathy for him on the basis of he's not getting in the same positions, he's not doing the same things as last year because he's got to do other jobs now this season in terms of covering and in terms of helping out because the dynamics of the team have shifted. I can't expect him to do the same things as last year when the same setup isn't being used as last year. If we were playing the same way as last year, but Gakpo wasn't getting in the box for crosses now, then I'd sit there and go, well, there's no point.
Tom, I can't. Quickly, Sorry, Tom, just quickly. I know you brought up Gakpo's defensive work, but I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't think anyone's talking about his defensive work because I thought we rate the Gakpo from a defensive point of view. We're all talking about.
Can I be honest with you? It's not even just not talking about it. I don't give a flying you know what about my winger's defensive work. I really don't care. I really don't care. For me, I want my winger to be effective. I want him to be able to affect the final third. I want him to be able to change the game for me. I want him to be able to give me a game when I need it. That's what I care about. I'm not sitting here, bro. We cannot turn into the next version of Arsenal fans start talking about winger like defensively. Martinelli is the best defensive winger in the world. That's what they said at Anfield. You get me? So that's not what I'm gonna do. I look at a winger in a completely different perspective. And I think, to be honest with you, this is the second game in a row where Gakpo's probably been the worst player on the pitch for us. And it's shown by the fact that Slot subbed him out. Usually he trusts Gakpo to just finish off games and stuff, but Slot subbed him out. And it's like he's got a default setting of just cut in and shoot, cut in and cross, cut in and shoot, cut in and cross. Even though he can go to the byline and try to cross with his weak foot, but he doesn't do it. But my thing is, I have a bigger issue with this Merseyside derby before we have continue to have an existential conversation about Gakpo. I think the first half, we were playing just absolutely beautiful, sexy football. Gravenberch is the best DM in the league now, we have to admit it. It's I've started the propaganda already. You get me? I've completely started the propaganda now. I'm running it to the next level. So Yeah, I've already signed contracts with allies from Man United fan base and from Chelsea fan base and from Arsenal fan base and Spurs to say that Gravenberch is the best DM in the league. So my prop is on the money now. You get me? I think Ekitike was brilliant, but then the second half starts, and here come complacent Liverpool. Here come I have never seen. It just makes no sense to me. The difference between the first half and the second half is just astounding. It's like you're watching two completely different teams, even though it's the same 11. It's just yeah. I actually have no words, bro. Like I have no words.
Hassam,
This is what-
wasn't it like last year, but the reverse, where we started off very, very
Yeah,
well?
we were second half FC last
Yeah,
year.
it's like we're still waiting to get into our final form where in both halves we are excellent. But I think you just got to give it time. And we've made many changes, right? Many changes to even the structure of the team. Because like how Kyle was pointing out, when we first signed Verts, he was like, Verts is going to be amazing. But what we have to remember is the work that Soboslai used to do. Soboslai was like a hybrid 10-8 that could cover ground like nobody else. So defensively, he helped out so much. Whereas now, if Soboslai potentially isn't starting in his rightful position, because obviously he's played a couple of times at right back, it's a bit different. He can obviously still affect the game because he's still a top player. But I just think it's just called adaptation period. Guys, we're 5 games in. We're top of the league. We're far, in fact, I'd arguably say we're at 50% capacity right now. We're not even close to where we're going to be. And when we do actually click, we're going to be problems. So when we get to like Christmas time or before then, that's when we can have a better say on how we feel like the season's going to go. I just think we should be grateful that we got all 5 wins. And not only that, we know we're going to get better. You think players like McAllister is going to be like this for the whole season? You think Isak's not going to get match fit? You think Salah's not even going to pick up more form? You think Gakpo is going to be like this all season? I just feel like because we're only winning games by the 1 goal and we're not playing that great, yeah, there is a bit of a witch hunt for certain players, but it's not just Gakpo. There's other players as well. So I don't want this to become like, oh, it's just Gakpo. But I do think Cal's got a point, though. If you looked at the whole structure of the team, you maybe would say the left-hand side, not just because of Gakpo, but because Tom, to give you credit, when you spoke about Ekitike, you were like, Matt, the one thing you're going to find out about Ekitike, he drifts to the left a lot, which he does do. And then you've got McAllister, who likes to play off the left. And you've got Verts likes to play off the left. So you both got valid points. The left side is the issue, like what Cal's saying, but I understand what Tom's saying when Tom says it's not just Gakpo, though, because there's an issue there where he's not getting in the same positions as last year. So I think you both got valid points. I just think we got to give it a bit of time, though. You're on mute, Cal. You're mute.
Are any of you starting to get worried about Verts? You're on mute, by the way, again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think something.
No, these
no,
guys need time. They need time to adapt to the league.
Do you know what it is, Sam? Rivals will make you think that we have an issue. We don't have an issue. But you can, if you watch football and been watching football all your life, you know Verts is a top player. The only thing that I've noticed is intensity and timing. So you know when he done that,
in the final third.
Yeah, or that timing. You know when he done the fake and the defender slid, and then Tarkowski managed to slide in and take the ball. If that's Bundesliga, I reckon he scores that. But you just got to remember, you just got to be that half a step quicker to what you're gonna do, and I think he'll be fine.
I don't even hold much against him in terms of that.
Right to talk now, Callum.
Testing 1, 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
so
timing.
with the Verts thing, what's your thoughts?
I'm not worried, personally.
Are you asking me? I thought Tom was saying something.
No. He's asking. Any one of us.
Tom, let Tom continue, and then after that we'll.
I was just arguing the point where he's cut in and Tarkowski tackled him. I don't have much against him on that front because unless it's the tightest cut inside and bang on your left.
To be fair, Tom, my question is more like general about Verts.
Yeah, in
less specific about this game, more general.
I'm not worried though, because I'd be worried if I hadn't seen anything. If I was sitting here after 7 games and going, fucking hell, has he done anything? I'd be worried. But I'm seeing the moments, I'm seeing the glimpses, I'm seeing that there's a player there. But it's just taking some time. The Atleti first half, brilliant. One of the best players on the pitch. Get him working with a striker who wants to go against centre-backs. Again, not a dig at Ekitike. This is just strikers play different ways. When he's playing with a striker that wants to push centre-backs back, which creates space in the pocket because the gaps open up between midfield and defence. Because rather than what Ekitike does when he drops in is brings a centre back towards him, Isak pushes centre backs away. Wirtz gets more space. He gets more time. He can do more on the ball. You see that he's got quality. There's in every game, there's been moments where I've looked at Wirtz and go, there's a quality player there. Now, he needs to start getting the contributions. We need to start seeing it more often. We need to start seeing it have a bigger impact on the game. But I'm not sitting here now going, oh, we've bought a dud. We're in trouble here. No, everyone adapts to the league at different paces. The Wirtz is going to need time. Ekitike has been brilliant and not needed barely any time to adapt. Well, Wirtz needs a little bit of time. Kerkez needs a little bit of time. Frimpong, I don't think he needs much time.
Man. It's too cold. I've been saying it.
And the jury's out on Isak because he hasn't played. But I'm not sitting there worrying about Wirtz yet. I don't think it's a case of needing to be worried about him yet. I think we've seen enough to know that there's a quality player there.
Yeah. I'm not concerned about the Wirtz situation. What I will say is I think he needs to get used to Liverpool, the way we play, and the league. And I also think players in the team need to get used to playing with Wirtz as well. I think if we're going to utilize Wirtz to his best, we need to get the ball into him quickly. We need people running away from him rather than towards him, because we're not able to see his creative side. If as soon as he gets the ball, everyone's going towards him, you can't really be creative like that. You need someone or at least two players running beyond the defenders to give them an option to play the pass through or to have space to drive into and then maybe shoot. But as of right now, everyone's standing on each other's toes when he gets the ball, so there's not much he can really do from a creative standpoint. But I also do think he needs to get more acclimatized to the physicality and the pace of the league as well.
Yeah. I was saying before,
guys, after all this, we're 5 from 5.
Yeah, of course.
This is what, yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question, just to kind of change everyone's mood and perspective quickly. After what happened yesterday, are we just gonna walk this league?
I don't think we'll walk it, but we'll win it.
We'll win it. Yesterday proves that we'll win it, in my opinion. You got
No, deep down, low-key, though, after yesterday, the full-time whistle went, did you not go in your own mind like, yeah, we're winning this? Be honest.
100%, but I thought that at the start of the season.
I just don't
You know who Arsenal play next week, right?
Say that again, sorry?
You know who Arsenal play next week, right?
Yeah, they're home to Newcastle, isn't it?
No, they're away to Newcastle.
Oh, they're away, sorry.
They'll beat Newcastle, though.
But Newcastle are...
they'll beat Newcastle. Mr. Callum Sanderson, I would like to introduce you to Arsenal Football Club, who have had 0 shots on target away at St. James's Park in 3 years.
No, I hear it.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Who's been the main player that's dealt with Arsenal over the last 3 years at St. James's Park?
Anthony Gordon.
Alexander Isak. He's ours now. They ain't got no Isak. Like, it's a different. We've seen it already. Newcastle are pretty toothless up top now.
They're very good defensively, though. I will say that.
They are, but they're not as good as Arsenal defensively.
No.
And Arsenal have more weapons. It's just a case of whether Arteta has the balls to start with Eze in the 10 out.
Yeah, but that's like the biggest. There's no point in having all these weapons if you don't use them.
You think? Oh, sorry. You asked the question. You think is Eze gonna start, brother? They was at home and played 3 CDMs.
I know.
They're going to St. James's Park. They're going to play 4 CDMs. How about that? 4-4-2 Athletic Madrid. You know when Conor Gallagher plays left midfield sometimes? They're going to do that. Do you know bet? It's going to be Zubimendi, Rice, Marino, and give me another CDM. Guys, who's another one that's there?
Norgard.
But we'll play 4-4-2.
No, he'll go 4-4.
Right about them. So
I do think that's a problem because you know what, Newcastle need that big home game. That Newcastle typically have a big home game to start the season that prompts a decent run of form. It could have been us. It wasn't us. It could have been Barca. It wasn't Barca. I do think it might be Arsenal. They played well, but they didn't get the result.
I know they should have won the game. You know, I was watching the game, like don't know what's it on. They should have.
But again, he didn't play a striker. That was the problem. He didn't. Yes, I don't think Eddie Howe was going to sit there on Saturday or whenever that game is and not play Voltemada. And that's a different proposition already.
I think that plays into Arsenal's hands, though.
No, Cal. Voltemada, when he even on the weekend, I was watching their game on the weekend. Yeah, even though they're a bit disjointed. Watermaker was the only person making things happen until they brought on like an language stuff. They're going to be more aggressive against Arsenal. I'm expecting Eddie Howe to be like, do you know what? this is a game where we can go at Arsenal. Watermader for the middle.
It's all
Elanga on the
cute
right.
and anything, but Arsenal have had 0 shots on target at St James's Park in
Yeah,
3
Gordon
years.
on the left. I think.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
bare
lying.
problems.
They've had 1 shot on target in 3 years.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah.
In 3
Okay,
years.
so Liverpool beat. There's 2 unbeaten teams, Liverpool and Palace. Liverpool play Palace away next week.
Yeah.
We beat Crystal Palace and Arsenal beat Newcastle, and Arsenal lose to Newcastle or
Well,
draw.
points.
Or whatever.
Got 8 points ahead of them.
Yeah, it'll be dark. It'll be dark.
Then what? We're
Yeah.
gonna put the prize in the bag. It's done.
No, when you say it's done, I think we're winning the league regardless. So in terms of is the league done arrogantly, I think we're going to win the league, but I don't think we're going to walk it. Like we will have points in the season where we're not playing great and potentially might draw a few games and stuff, and Arsenal might win a few.
But then, Kai, you're sitting there going, "This is that point. We're not playing well now."
No,
I don't think we'll have a run of 5 games where we're this bad.
Maybe not
This
5
bad
games,
and
maybe not
5 wins from 5 though. That's my point.
We've
No,
got too
and-
many match winners, you know. We've got too many game
No,
changers.
I hear that. I just remember the league is different. Like, and when we start playing more Champions League games, Carabao, FA Cup,
No, I
like,
understand.
Mogos, AFCON,
But
we have to take those things.
what you got to bear in mind, Cal, because I had to look at our fixtures yesterday. In terms of the way
It feels like we have a more difficult fixture every week, bro. Like it just never ends.
But then that
Every
plays
time I
in-
look at the game, I'm like, why is it more difficult already? Like Palace away, why?
But that plays into our hands, though, Hassan, because if you get all your difficult fixtures out the way now, that means when everyone's got that Christmas period where everyone fucking dies, pretty much. I think from December to the end of January, we play one top like 18, and that's Arsenal.
Yeah, Emirates away.
We've got Burnley in that run. We got Leeds in that run. I think we got who's the other pros team? Sunderland in that run.
Yeah.
We got Wolves in that run. I think we play all the shit teams pretty much in December and January. So that period of time where you're playing every 2-3 days and your players start to feel it, we've got the games where we can somewhat get away with it. These are the games that we should be winning, even if we've got to rotate a couple of players. So after that run of games, after that international break that you're having, or that break that you have in February, I don't know if it's international break or whatever, that's when we start playing the second games against the bigger sides. We should be back in shape for them ones. So in terms of how the fixture list sets up, we get away with it pretty well. Now, I haven't seen anyone else's, but Arsenal might have 2 top 6 teams in that run, and your dodgy games, because you've got your dodgy games against like your Palaces and your I was going to say Villa, but they've not been good this year. But them dodgy teams that can get something off you if you're not good enough. So that benefits us, I think, having the run of games the way it is.
Does anyone think it's possible?
Too early to say.
Yeah, I will say this though.
It's not impossible because we can still do it.
To have a 5-point gap after 5 games is insane.
Can I ask you a genuine question, all of you? Can we do like
games.
a treble invincible Centurions?
If we do,
I'm going to get asking for much, are you?
If we do, I'm going to get kicked off YouTube.
If we do, I'm going to have a child. I need wife for that first, but we will find wife and we will make child together.
I'll say this. Ask us that question at Christmas to see where we are, because a lot can happen between now and Christmas. But I'll be real. If we still haven't lost and it's Christmas time,
look, Matt is getting giddy. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. No, seriously. If we still haven't lost and it's Christmas time, we've got to have a serious conversation about what we're going to do for the rest of the season. Because it won't just be about winning a trophy. It would then turn into how many, and not only that, can we do the invincible?
Shall I tell you why it's going to be slightly different? So I think we go invincible if we're out of the other trophies and we haven't lost in like March. Because then I think Slot concentrates on it. Again, remember, we did see last season, guys, when we had won and wrapped up the league. Yeah. We could have like chased down records and stuff. Slot just didn't give a damn.
I'm gonna say injuries. I know it's one of the. Here's the thing: in football, there's always injuries.
Slot, but always. That as well. But Slot just didn't care. Once we
I thought it was like, am I on the late wall of shame here? You know,
Pick
Just
up.
a new layout.
big up, please, big up. Sorry for being late. He's okay.
Good,
Yeah,
brother,
bless
good,
my
brother.
bro,
Yeah,
bless
I think it depends on Slot because last season, as soon as we won the league, Slot was just like, we won the league. I don't really care about the other records or points tallies or anything like that because we could have broken records. We could have potentially got Centurions and all that, but could we have got
We couldn't
Centurions?
have. No, we couldn't have.
Okay, fair.
We'd
But
broken
we
it.
could have chased down a higher points tally and all that.
Yeah, but I think it's different compared to because the highest we could have got once we won the league was 97 points. I think it's a bit different to get 97 points or potentially be invincible or Centurions or whatever.
No,
I
I
think
hear that,
those
but-
records matter a bit more.
But say, Tom, let's say we've got 6 games left of the season, we've won it, right? And we've got PSG in the PSG in the semi-final.
Myself in the middle, easy.
Yeah, stay in the middle, Sam. And we got PSG in the final, sort of semi-final of a Champions League. I don't think Slot's going to sacrifice that PSG game for a league game.
I don't think it's a case of sacrificing though. I think last year after we won the league, the players also knew there was fuck all and ride on it.
Imagine we get City's luck though, like in the draws. So we got Southampton at home tomorrow, right? Imagine after that we get like Stockport at home or whatever.
Grimsby is still in the Carabao Cup.
Grimsby at home, you get
Hey,
me?
Grimsby, shout out Grimsby, man.
I swear, run it. Why not? Run it up. Why do we have to? Do we have to always play difficult games?
Us, yeah.
No, we've had a couple.
That's how our draws always fucking go.
No, it's not. The first time we won the Carabao Cup, I think we actually had a decent run up until the Leicester game and then Arsenal. We have had decent. Like, remember, guys, we got Plymouth in the FA Cup last year. We've had.
Yeah, but we got knocked out though.
Yeah, but
No, but that was awful. Plymouth
are a really good team.
hoping you weren't gonna bring that one up.
I'll have you know that.
Pause.
They're a really good team.
Bad memory right there.
So are we saying we have a problem with Slot not chasing these records and these achievements?
No.
No.
We're
came in halfway through the conversation.
No. We're saying, we're just asked. Well, Hassam asked, could we do Invincibles? And I said, well, Tom said it's definitely possible because obviously we're still unbeaten, but I just don't know if we'll do it because it depends on so many variables.
No, I agree. I agree.
When Arsenal did the Invincibles, one, the league wasn't as strong as it is now. Two, they had nothing else to play for, so that was their sole focus. Plus, they got 12 draws. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think we win the league this season just on 90 points. I don't think 90 points would be enough to win the league.
Do you know?
The reason why I think we could is just because I think we've got more quality, and because we've got more quality and even more depth in quality, I think you're asking me, do I think we'll get 6 or 7 more points than last year? And I think we can do that, but I do agree with you that if we win it so far, say if Arsenal don't push us all away, or City don't push us all away, or whoever, which I don't think they will, what's the incentive for then Slot to try and keep winning those games? That's where I agree with you. You know, like to put out best 11s and go literally all the way. I don't think he'll do it either because he doesn't prioritise his fitness, does he?
That's really a big record for him to aim for if he wants to do that, and we've won the league already. I don't think it'll be a 90-point league this year, though. I don't think Arsenal or City or Chelsea are going to hit 90 points this year. I think it'll be like an 85 points win the league this year.
That's the usual standard, isn't it? That is the usual standard. Before us and City started doing that madness about getting 90 points, Arsenal, as good as they think they've been over recent years, haven't touched 90 points once. Not once.
No.
So any other title challenger, bar us.
I think Arsenal will hit 90 points this season, though. I still don't think they'll win the league. I think they will be a.
What do you mean they will hit 90 points already? Do you understand how crazy of a run they have to go on to hit 90 points?
What have they in 5 games?
They've already lost 1 and drawn 1 in 5.
I was gonna say, here's the thing.
And they celebrated that.
5 points behind after 5 games is crazy. When you actually do,
5 points behind on 5 games, and you think they will hit 90 plus? That's crazy.
Carl, all I'll say is put their results and their performances into like our football club.
I agree with this. Put the prize in the back.
Honestly,
Arsenal get about 82, 80. Arsenal get between
Arsenal ain't getting 90,
about 83.
Tell me if in 1920 you'd have thought, right, we've drew a game 5 games into the season, we've lost the game 5 games into the season to our title challengers, we're still going to win the league, though. We're still going to get 90 points. Like, I don't
I'll be honest, you can ask Matt, the season where we were chasing a quad down, we lost against Leicester City 1-0. And I still said to Matt and Drift, I still think we win this league, and we finished a point behind the City.
Yes,
I know we didn't win it, but we still broke by.
That
Yeah,
team
you're
you
wrong.
had every right to say that because it got over the line already. That's the thing.
Yeah, but we also were going up
It was
against
a
City.
winner team already. You get what
But
I'm
we
saying?
also were going up against City, though.
The problem is though, Cal, I just don't see, because I've just pulled up Arsenal's fixtures. To get to 90 plus points, you need a run where you win 9 out of 10, where you have like that run of form in the Premier League where you're like, whoa, okay.
Remember what we did when we won 19 in a row? Arsenal would have to do that to get like.
I
90
don't
points.
see where Arsenal are going to have that run of games in the Premier League where they win 9 out of 10.
Any of
I
you
don't
worried
get
too
about
many
City at
draws.
all?
They'll get draws in there. In my
forget
opinion.
their
Any of
players
you
as
worried
well.
about City at all, or we're just saying City are just ass?
No.
I'm not, because they seem to be getting riddled with injuries. Like, I'll be honest, if they had a Mamouche yesterday, they beat Arsenal. When Pep brought off Haaland, you knew the game was like the best they would have got is a draw, in my opinion, because there's no outlet out there as soon as Haaland come off. Doku played really well, but City haven't got enough at the moment. Unless they do business again in January and it clicks.
They can't
I'm
do
not
more
worried about
business, surely.
Oh no, that yet they can. Yet they can.
No, what I mean, no, they can, but I don't know why I don't see it though. I think
It just
Pep has
won't be
the
a
players.
benefit to them. I don't think. I don't
Yeah.
think just
Pep
adding new
looks
players is
drained.
going to be a benefit.
Pep
So.
looks like he might leave after the season anyway. If I'm being honest.
Pep don't look right.
I don't see City. I just don't. They're not. You can tell when you watch City if they're on it. And this City team, it's not. They can get the results. They've got some results this season, but it's not playing a way that I think is a title-winning way.
I saw a significant amount of Pep Linders in Erling Haaland yesterday, though. And I'm telling you now, if Haaland performs like that week in, week out, it will make City better for it. I'm not saying they'll win the league or anything like that, but the way Haaland played yesterday, I could see it being Pepified and not Pep Guardiola'd. And that was for the benefit of Erling Haaland. That was one of the best performances I've ever seen from Erling Haaland in my life. Anyone else?
No, I've said this. Like,
Haaland was very good.
Incredible.
People have slept
Haaland
on
was
Haaland
good.
because Pep Guardiola has set him out to play a certain way. But the Haaland at Borussia Dortmund, the Haaland we saw yesterday was the Dortmund Haaland. That's the
That was a
Dortmund Haaland.
machine, mate.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
a
yeah.
machine.
That striker is unplayable. Doku was fantastic yesterday.
He
as
was
well.
brilliant. Yeah, he was brilliant.
Doku is on some next level shit. I don't know what he's
Oh,
on, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, Timber.
Doku in the last 2 games,
Doku.
wasn't it Man United before this,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Man
Yeah.
United.
Hey,
Bro, Doku has been like on this run of
Yeah.
like insanity. But you know
Donnarumma,
who's not been on a run of insanity?
and
But
Gvardiol
someone
as well.
we forgot to give props to. I only gave him a sentence, but I feel like we have to speak
Who?
about him. Like, it's your guy, Matt. Ryan.
Oh right, bro.
He's been on a run of insanity
Bro.
for this last like 4 games. So, what do you make of Gravenberch's form so far this season?
I'm not surprised. Look what he done last season. Like, the only thing is, you just hope that he can maintain that throughout the whole season, which is almost going to be impossible, right? But bro, this is Gravenberch.
What do you mean? You aren't surprised? Why are you lying?
more.
Why are you lying?
Sam wanted so much more.
Why are you
Hold on.
lying? You aren't surprised.
No, bro, this is
did-
The
I'm
passing is a lot better this season.
stop it, Hassam. Stop it.
What do you mean? So you don't recognize when a player improves?
No. He's gone up another level. But what I'm saying is, at the start of the season,
Well, you're not
yeah,
surprised, apparently.
bro. This is Carl.
Matt's
what-
kind of not. Matt's been speaking.
Bro, I've been talking about Gravenberch
yeah.
for, bro. Listen, you
I've
see
been
how you
talking about
said you started the
Gravenberch since Ajax.
All right, Hassan. Hold on. Wait.
You know what? I could do the whole petty thing here. Matt was the first person on Coppish to say Grav should be playing in a deeper role in the team.
This is
He was.
this is when
And
Klopp
I
was
shut it
there.
down. I shut it down.
When Klopp was there.
I
all I'm saying is-
did caveat it because I don't think Klopp's style would have suited.
Breaking
Gravenberch.
news: YouTuber makes good
Yeah.
point.
And all I'm gonna say is this, though, Sam. All jokes aside, yeah. The reason why I say I'm not surprised, though, bro, is because if you look at how we started the season last year, that's when you're more surprised because you're like, right, like Gravenberch is on a level where, like, you didn't, what people weren't sure where he could reach because year before he's playing left centre mid in the Klopp system, 4-3-3. It was almost like copy and paste between him and Curtis Jones. He wasn't given that role, that importance, yeah. Slot now makes him a foundation part of the puzzle. And I'm telling you from now, I don't think there needs to be even a debate. He is the best DM in the Premier League. I don't care what no one says, bro. No one could do what he
You
can
could
do.
even say he's the best DM in the world.
You probably could on form right now. You actually could. listen.
A big serious?
There's you've got other midfielders.
Why is laughing for?
No.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, I'm trying to be serious. You got Caicedo, yeah.
That was
Caicedo,
a
don't
good
get twisted.
impression. I can't even lie to you. That was good.
Caicedo is a top player, but the thing is, I would even say Caicedo's game for me is still a little bit limited. He's probably a better maybe protector of a back four potentially. But there's other aspects of the game that you need now for a DM. A DM now needs to be that player that can do everything at a high level. Gravenberch can do that. So even to Hassan's point about him passing, yeah, you could say his passing's improved even more so. But I think there was this notion that he can't pass. If you go and watch his interview, Hassan, do you know what he said last year? Sorry, the other day, he's like, I was told I was a 6 last year. So if you're 6, you're just going to kind of keep it simple. Now he said, I've got the freedom. So maybe that's why now you're seeing the passing of Sam. Gravenberch told everybody what he's about.
If you look at the games, he's getting a lot more advanced. He wasn't making these late runs into the box last season.
Yeah,
that he's making this year. He has been given a bit more freedom. I think that's probably down to the fact that Szoboszlai, when Szoboszlai plays, because of the running he can do, especially like when he's put alongside him at the Atleti game, especially the Atleti game, he has to cover. He knows that he's got someone there who can cover him fully in terms of the ground. McAllister can cover him defensively. McAllister's probably slightly better defensively than Szoboszlai in terms of the actual like attributes of being a defensive.
Yeah, intelligence. I think he can sniff danger.
But he's just not as quick. So there'll be times on the counter-attack where McAllister will get burst past. That's not the case with Szoboszlai. So Gravenberch, he's allowed to sit a little bit further forward and take these risks around the edge of the box, knowing that if we start to get hit on transition, the midfield isn't going to be fucking left wide open because Szoboszlai.
Yeah, and you've also got like the pace of the full-backs that are covering things like that.
It's not even the pace, it's the fact that the right back now wants to defend.
Yeah,
it's
the
right back hasn't wanted to defend for
we got 2 right backs that want to defend. Let's keep it about. We've got 2 because even Frimpong, I had even reservations about Frimpong. Like, I didn't really see him as a right back. I saw him as a right mid auxiliary right sided.
That was PTSD though. That
no, 100%, bro. Yeah, and I think people just thought, well, because you look at his playing style and because of the way how he set up at Leverkusen, a lot of us just assumed, well, I don't know if that's gonna work right back considering how expansive we play. But you know what he's done? We've actually tailored the game more to Frimpong, in my opinion. Now we have to Kerkez, and that's because when we do the build-up play, Kerkez is now part of the free.
You see when Kerkez was so frustrated with Gakpo when he was doing this, like
bro,
overlapped. Yeah, he didn't find me. He was about to like cry on the pitch, like he was so upset. He was like, "I made all this run, and he didn't find me." Like,
Kerkez was serious.
Kerkez was really good. I thought he was.
I've loved his performances since that. No, Gravenberch though, I liked it when Slot came out afterwards and he was talking about how the journalist said, "Oh, you're giving him more freedom," and then he was about to go into like a very detailed answer about what he's actually done with Gravenberch because he didn't like the word freedom, but at the end he realised the actual explanation would have been too long. So it was weird. It was like he is getting more freedom, but he's actually just doing the same thing. Except now he just gets more opportunities, basically, to get into the final third. And I thought, when he first joined under Jurgen Klopp and he played those Europa League cameos and so on and so forth, I thought he looked very impressive going forward. And that's why I probably didn't identify as soon as Matt, let's say, how he could sit deeper. But ever since he sat deeper, I've thought that was the most obvious thing you should have done with him. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone becomes a genius after hindsight, don't they? But I was like, that was the most obvious thing you could have done with a player of his profile. He's been absolutely unbelievable. I agree. He's the best centre defensive midfielder in the world. And I also think he's a bit of a throwback. I think he's one of them that kids can look at and go, right, I'm not saying like he is like for like Patrick Vieira, but like the way there was something different about Patrick Vieira, or there was something different about Keane, there's something different about Fabinho. I'm not listing these players as similar profiles. I'm listing them as there was something unique that made them so sort of memorable and great. And I feel like Gravenberch is going to have that impact. But I also think Gravenberch will be like the kid's cool footballer in a way, because he's great on the ball. He's fantastic off the ball now. And the way he turns, that signature turn that he does, is just nothing short of
The drop
beautiful.
of the
Like,
shoulder is
it's one of the
insane.
That
loveliest
turn
things
is
I've ever seen.
disgusting. I
And
think the
people
goal
don't
that he scored is
realise how
disgusting. as
good, how much it unlocks for us in the team.
Bro, do you know what?
it's
Can I
huge.
just quickly just say something? Because I love that. You see, when we talk about tactics, just quickly, yeah. Tom can attest to this as well. So I know Tom likes to talk his tactic stuff as well. Yeah. You know, when we play out from the back and some people get frustrated, like, oh, look, we're doing this side to side stuff. Well, here's the killer. I'm no tactical expert or whatever you guys want to say, but what I have noticed, and I'm pretty sure we all noticed it last season, yeah, we're trying to get teams to come out of that low block because we don't want them to sit back straight away. We're almost playing it around the back to try and draw them out. And once one person tries to press Gravenberch, we just look at Grav and go, Grav, you know what to do next? And boom, we've actually just cut out their whole midfield and then we're already attacking. I love seeing us almost like baiting a team into trying to see if all right, see if you can get the ball. You give the ball to Grav and he's gone. And I'll say this as well. I'm going to say Gravenberch might be the most important. He's definitely easily one of the most important players now from last year in our system. There's even an argument to now say, this has got nothing to do with form, but it's how we play. He might even be more integral to how we play more so than McAllister. That doesn't mean I'm saying Gravenberch is better than McAllister. I'm just saying how the system actually works. Because I'll be honest, bro, I don't know any other.
Chill out, Hassan, man. Chill out. Stop sharpening the knife, bro.
No, hear me out. I don't know any other. I don't know any other.
Yeah, I saw.
I don't know any other midfielder.
Are you saying that because I'm Arab?
Oh my God.
You're
I don't
so
know any midfielder
racist.
that can get from A to B.
I haven't been
like
here
that.
for the Arab discrimination, so now I'm in jail.
Yeah.
I'm
Without
not
losing the ball. Like, he's the
Let's
best.
respect me. We don't use knives over here. We use guns. Go ahead, Matt.
I'm just.
Do you know all of us, like the fact that we're all sort of from here, we can't say nothing to that.
Nothing,
really
bro. I ain't
can't.
saying a word. I don't care if Hassan tries to gaslight me about that stuff. I ain't saying a word. I'm not getting
you
cancelled, bro. You crazy? So what I was saying, my last point is this year. The way how Gravenberch is able to get us up the pitch from A to B that quickly and that swiftly, I don't think anyone else can do. Not a McAllister, not a Jones. There's no one that can do it. He's the most unique player that we have in the squad from a midfield perspective. I don't know if you guys agree with that. He's the most unique, bro.
He's
I
definitely the most unique.
1 minute.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Doesn't mean say someone's better.
I'm
It's
sorry.
he's the most unique. You can't replicate what he does.
He is unique.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with that though. You can't. The thing about Gravenberch, he's irreplaceable, isn't he? The way that he plays in that pivot role, and I think I put it on my post after the game the other day. That best CDM in the world position is his to lose, basically. So if Rodri does find anything back to his form, he'll contest it. But right now, it's Gravenberch's to lose for sure.
I think the biggest thing about Gravenberch is the fact that, as Matt was saying, he's the best at breaking the press. So we now use him pretty much as the first and only option if we want to break through a team's high press. Because you can pick the ball up so deep, and in one turn he takes out about 5 players.
Yeah,
and then he'll drive forward with it, and then all of a sudden you bring in your 10 into the game, your wingers potentially into the game.
Yeah,
if it's Ekitike, he comes into the game because he's dropping off. I think that I'll be honest. I think that the 2 best options for the pivot on form at the minute don't include McAllister, just because I don't quite know what his role is at the minute in terms of how he plays it. I think
his role is trying to get fit. That's his role.
Yeah, he's not there yet, and I don't know how long it's going to take.
Even when Matt watched the Argentina game, he said he didn't even play well for Argentina.
Yeah, you could tell. Listen, McAllister's still, in my opinion, and I said it after season 1, and that made people said I was gassed. I said he's one of the best midfielders in Europe. And he still is. I just think you can't have 2 great seasons at Liverpool, and all of a sudden you start a season even slower than maybe the previous season, and people just start saying, well, he was never that good. No, McAllister is one of the best midfielders in Europe. It's just that he is not nowhere near close, in my opinion, to be. And I don't know what the issue is, guys. Why was it? Did anyone know why he was injured? Or
well, he didn't play the last 4 games.
Towards the end of last season, no?
I don't know if it was a groin hernia or something, but he's been nursing.
Yeah, I remember McAllister, I think, didn't play the last 3 Prem games, and Slot's words were literally he played like an Argentinian all season, and he got a knock basically. So He was he.
And
I don't think
even this season, when he's played, he's been fucking battered as well. Because every game McAllister plays in, if there's a bad fucking tackle, you bet it's on McAllister.
Bro, I don't know why it's always him.
But I think that right now our two best midfield pivots are Soboslai and Gravenberch, and Jones and Gravenberch. I think if you Soboslai and Gravenberch is the one you start with, and when you're wanting to see a game out, you bring Curtis on, because I think every time we brought Curtis on to see out a game, he's done his job. And when he starts a game, like you still gonna need to start Curtis at some point. When we've got Chelsea away, like after Palace, I think after the international break, there's a fucking another international break. So, but after that international break, I think it's Chelsea away, or it might be nice at home. But either way, I know we play Chelsea away soon. That's a game for Jones, one where they're gonna try to be jumping on you, high pressing you, getting the atmosphere going. Jones can kill atmospheres like that.
Jones pocketed Palmer last time as well. Pocketed him.
But you still need a Gravenberch for that game, for when you want to get on the ball and when you want to do your thing.
that's what I'm saying. The games aren't getting easier. These next two games are very difficult for us as well.
I'd arguably say the most difficult game in terms of just midfield battles for us in the league is probably Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal have a good midfield, but I think we can.
Saying that though, Kai Cenat has not been performing this season.
Who's Kai Cenat?
I know. Yeah, Kai said it. Kai Cenat. I know.
Oh, is that Kai Cenat now?
Kai Cenat. Watch his streams on Twitch. He ain't been performing on the pitch.
But no, I think that's predominantly been our most difficult. Even Cole Palmer, he picked up another injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what again?
Yeah, that's why he went off against United.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't really watch that game.
Going on with him as well. He ain't really hit form this season either. So yeah, but Chelsea usually go with Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo.
Hold on.
Bro, Lavia hasn't played in like 3 years, bro.
Guys,
Yeah, Lavia injured, bro.
No, but I'm saying they usually do that again. I'm not saying they're gonna do it. I just said they usually do that against us. So
Usually high.
I think he's only played against us either once or twice.
I'm not
Usually,
I'm just saying-
You can't even say usually, bro. If it's only
I'm
once.
sorry, Cal. I was like, you can't use the word usually in the same breath as
I'm not gonna
Lavia
lie,
and
Cal.
Chelsea.
I think it was the wrong.
Alright,
I know what I think you meant to say is their best option is when they play Lavia and Caicedo, because I think that's their best combination in the pivot, in my opinion.
How many?
Lavia was world class when he last played us. When we lost to them last season, when we were pissed and hungover, he was brilliant in that game.
Because Lavia, we know Lavia's a
He's
cold
everything
player.
that
It's
you saw.
just that he's
Romeo Lavia has played 1,100 minutes in his Chelsea career. You know.
But by the way, like I don't know how the
sorry to cut you guys. The last 2 times we played Chelsea in the Premier League, Lavia started both games.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
didn't start
he isn't
any
fit
games
right
outside
now.
of that,
Forget
though.
last 2 games.
No, but
You watched Chelsea Man United. He wasn't there.
No,
The
he hasn't
game
been.
before that
I'm
as
not
well.
speaking about Chelsea. I'm not speaking about Chelsea playing other teams. I said when we trade Chelsea, they usually
So
play
all of a sudden he'll be
4-3-3.
fit for our game.
Okay, so wow, we're just not doing the listing thing today.
No. You said when Lavia usually plays, but then you
It
tried to
doesn't matter.
caveat it.
No, he's
You tried to
not
caveat it by
playing, is my
saying
point.
he's played twice, but that's
No,
that's just
I
2
said
games.
when we play Chelsea,
Yeah.
they usually play Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia in the midfield, and Cole
Yeah.
Palmer plays on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said,
Now Lavia is not fit, so what's the answer then?
So I'm saying, and
Yeah.
that's where if I was allowed to finish, I say it would be interesting to see what they do this time against us without
we
Okay.
gave him too
Cole
much
Palmer and
thinking
Lavia.
time. He knows
I
what
was
he's doing.
allowed to finish.
I
Oh,
can't.
you're always
He has to think time to get out of the press.
You lot, I swear you
I
lot
was
get
allowed to finish. Oh my, you're
No,
so
I
I mean,
bad.
Cal,
You're
hold on.
so dramatic.
Hold on. If we're going to do semantics about Lavia played last time, Chelsea have never
No,
actually
great.
played a midfield 3 of Fernandes, Lavia, and Caicedo against us.
So what did they play, Tom?
Woo,
So
shit.
in the home at Anfield last season, they played Caicedo, Lavia, and Palmer with Neto and Sancho, or Madueke and Sancho on the wings, and then at Stamford Bridge last year, it was Fernandes, Lavia, and Palmer with Neto and Madueke on the wings.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, Carl.
One game Enzo didn't play.
At Anfield, it was
game
Caicedo. At Anfield, it was Caicedo, Lavia in the pivot, Palmer in the 10, Sancho and Madueke on the wings. And then at Stamford Bridge last season, it was Fernandes, Lavia, and Palmer, with Neto on the right and Madueke
Where
on the
did
left.
Caicedo play at right back in inverted?
Yeah, he
midfield?
was at right back. He was at right back.
Semantics again. Cool, swear.
You said you played them together in the 3.
Semantics.
I swear you
Right
don't
back
find
versus
every
midfield
Monday-
3 is now
every Monday you try and
semantics.
go
Yes,
back.
yeah,
That's a good rap turn. Not you. I think you got caught on the ball a
Everybody, you know
little
what?
bit, but you
I'm
managed
gonna
to kind of.
You know, I'll let you
That's
argue
what I
about
forget.
yourself and listen to what I say. I'm gonna go and grab some water. I'll let you compose yourselves, all right?
It's this guy. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Sam. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
I got the point that he was sort of trying to make though as well. Like I like obviously when he plays, he does all right against us, but he just doesn't play enough for
You
us
guys
to
can
be.
see how professional these guys are, by the way.
I can't say
You
no.
call Cal out on his semantics. He turns his camera off and goes and storms off. What can you do?
Yeah, he storms off because he's getting some water. Anyway, let me grab these super chats before we move on. Talk about like Liverpool's future. We can touch on the Ballon d'Or tonight as well. A lot of things to address. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you so much for showing us support. Please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys. Let's try to get to 500 likes ASAP. How many likes are we on? Guys, we're not even at 400 likes. Have some shame. Close the live chat, hit the like button. It helps us out.
If you calm down, Cal, you had a couple deep breaths.
I just went and get a drink because you guys have been gaslighting me.
We got a water. Big up to Craig Adams who says Ekitike looks like a young Anelka. Liverpool look fatigued mentally in the second half. Doing enough for the W. We will get better though. Young Anelka is crazy. If he is a young Anelka, then we are cooking expeditiously, my brother.
Football.
Big up to Talk Fans who just says Liverpool are doing the invincible. Fairs. You get me? Fairs. Sorry, Cal. Tom at 7 a.m. is way too much for my ears.
You should be thanking me, Cal. I've got him off. I've told he's left you alone now because
I do owe you one. I'm not going to lie to you.
he would have been fucking all over it today.
Yeah, you know what? Big up, Tom. I owe you one. My bad. Man.
Sign Tom to the Ministry of Defense. This was when he was defending Gakpo. I think Slot wants to run a narrow formation, but can't due to Salah being too important to drop. Gravenberch, Soboslai, Mikhail Verts, midfield with Isak and Ekitike up top. That's been my logic from the beginning. I just don't think with Salah you'll ever see a diamond. It's physically impossible.
I don't think,
Yeah.
No, but I even think that diamond with Salah in the 10.
But we all assumed that.
Or Salah playing up front with one of the strikers.
No, because you need to play the.
Yeah, but then we
all assumed that Elise is going to be the Salah replacement. We all assume that he's going to be the Salah replacement. If you're playing Elite, if you get Elise and you've got Elise and Verts, they're still going to do out wide jobs. We're not going to do a narrow diamond.
But who told you that Slot want to play both of them together, though?
What, Elise and Verts?
Based on what are we making this evidence? Even with Elise, based on what?
So you think he's going to have Elise and Verts and go?
No, I think he's going to go Elise Verts with Isak starting up top, and I think Ekitike is going to be the backup option, just like what we planned.
So they'll start together. What the fuck? Oh my god!
In the words of Callum, are we not doing the listening thing? I said Ekitike will be the backup option. I said Ekitike will be backup, not starter.
No, but Tom was saying Elise and Verts will start.
Is it Elise and Verts together? And then you said you want to do them two together?
Guys. If we do sign Elise and Verts will start with each other. Wow. Breaking news.
That is toxic, you know.
My point is, if we sign Elise to replace Salah, I don't think it's going to be a case of, right, we're going to go to a narrow diamond midfield. I think at best it'll be a 4-2, like 2-2 with Elise and Verts on the left. We can do that now, though. My point is we can do that now. You can
put
Verts on the left and Ekitike left striker. And what will end up happening is in game, Ekitike will drift out to the left and Verts can just drop into that space there. And then even though he's starting on the left, he's not playing on the left.
How do you're dropping Gakpo?
I mean, you can do that.
Oh, you can do that. Oh, interesting.
How come you put?
Everyone's looking for a scapegoat.
I'm so glad, man.
I'm not scapegoating him.
But straight to Verts, not Gakpo. Why is Gakpo not good enough to play in that role?
No, I think Gakpo needs a rest. He's played every game.
Oh, Gakpo needs a rest.
He needs a rest.
Gakpo needs a rest for next season.
Gakpo needs a rest a season from now when we sign the lease. Gakpo needs that rest, does he? I hear it.
Who knows?
Gakpo's future time. Remember that one, guys.
You're as press resistant as Lee Catamol right now, Tom. Put the fries in the bag, bro. You know
he's just as good as him on the football pitch.
More like Jay Spearing, blood.
Just as good as him on the football pitch and YouTube. I'm back. Nothing has changed with Gakpo. He has 1-2 main moves over the past 2-3 years. Focus on him since Nunes plus Diaz is left. He must get output. I agree. He has to
I
get
am not
out.
having this. I'm sick. I am sick of our fan base to the core, going at every single player who goes through a bad spell. You can leg it. I hate the way our fan base looks at football. You look at it periodically. You don't look at it for its overall picture. What are you going to say when Gravenberch drops off this season at some stage? What are you going to say?
bro.
What are you going to say? And the same
True.
goes for any other player. Do you know what I mean? There's just spells where some players are going to drop and others will rise. That's a good squad. That's the point of a good squad. Shut up. Stop complaining. I'm sorry. I know you spent good money on this channel. And I know that you've supported my brother Hussam and you support the boys probably. But that is a stupid message.
So,
Stupid.
James, let me ask you then. Who should be playing left wing right now then?
Right now, right now, it's a hard one. I think Gakpo should still give it a go. You know my position on Ekitike. I think he could give it a go as well.
Why is it a hard one, in your opinion, James?
I think it's a hard one because we don't have an out-and-out left winger besides Rio and Gakpo. So you question whether Rio's ready to start week in, week out, which I've never denied. But
Vindicated. So basically, no. You're actually saying it right. So basically, what you're saying is
Vindicated finally. Look at Tom.
You're
James.
not vindicated.
No. Just quickly.
I started this show off. James, my words were when I started off this show. I said we have an issue at left wing at the moment because
But
Gakpo's
we've
back
all
out.
accepted that.
No, not everyone, James. Not everyone. Bro.
Someone who's right.
No,
someone who's
it's
over
not as
there.
bad as
Not
you
as
make
Sam.
out, though.
Past
No,
Sam.
I'm not making out to be crazy. I said at the moment we have an issue at left wing because Gakpo's out of form. Rio doesn't do trusted by the manager. People are calling for Ekitike to play on the left wing, but he's barely played there in his career. Chiesa's not fancied by the manager, and we're speaking about playing Verts out there when we paid over 100 million. But it's an issue, right?
No, yeah, of course. It's not going to be perfect.
That's all I was saying at the beginning, bro.
No, I get it. No, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. But
Thank you.
But it's not.
You made my day, bro. You've made
James,
my
you
day.
don't understand. The stream started with a Tom and Callum argument, basically.
Right.
I just said I don't think it's the. I just said I don't think.
I've never seen Tom
you-
take so many L's on one
Hammers.
stream.
Anything I just said there, Hammers, was I scapegoating Gakpo?
No.
Oh,
I never said you were scapegoating Gakpo. The words "Cal, you're scapegoating Gakpo" never came out my mouth.
did I say they came out your mouth, Tom?
Anyway, big
When
up to
I was-
Ambi.
just quickly, though, just quickly, when I was
around
sort
the 20th minute.
When I was setting up with
Ambi.
Sam, I did hear the bit where Tom was like, "You're kind of insinuating about Gakpo." So even though Tom didn't use those exact words, he was insinuating that Cal said that it
Cal
isn't
was
about Gakpo.
insinuating.
Was I
Cal was insinuating that the
No,
Gakpo's a
Tom,
problem.
you was insinuating about Cal saying he's just strictly speaking about Gakpo.
Guys, can we-
I was going to be speaking about
Romantic-
one left winger all season.
Can I just get through the rest of these so we can actually talk about important stuff?
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Tom
yeah, yeah.
taking his 500th L in a row. Big up to Edward who's saying Sobo was criticized past 2 seasons. Verts can get one too early. I think we drop points to Paris, but it'll age well. I want us to slap that Oliver Glasner little losers comeback. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Big up the panel. 5 out of 5. I'm ready for 38 out of 38. I want all the smoke. Easy there, buddy. Easy there. You want to go 114-point invincible Centurion. You get me like, yo, that's mad, bro. That's mad.
Madness.
Pick up my guy Aboudi. Welcome back, Habibi. Thanks so much for the super chat. He says, as long as you're rapid, you can defend. Look at Kyle Walker. Never understood the Frimpong can defend debate. Bro, Frimpong has been, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I have been impressed with every single second he's been on the pitch. I don't have a single bad word to say about Jeremy Frimpong. And if I told anyone he'd be the most impressive signing, everyone would have laughed. But bro, this guy's on smoke.
Yeah,
he's on smoke.
Can I also say as well, I actually think whether people will like this or not, I think he's actually been a better defender than Bradley so far as well.
Yeah, so far that's not a crazy opinion.
Yeah.
I disagree though. Just because you got pace doesn't mean you can defend.
No, exactly. But I think Hassam and I think a lot of fan base
to defend. Look at the way he's used it to defend. It's been
he's used it to defend though, like tackling, recovery.
His defensive positioning is really good as well. Like, see when we get caught out or something like that, we never really go, oh my days, out of position. Like, what are we gonna do? It's not like that with Frimpong at all. Like, he's been solid defensively, bro. 100.
Gravenberch is closer to Kante than Caicedo, to be honest. Easy there, buddy. Step by step, Habibi. Guys, it's just me that thought teams figured out last season if they stop Gravenberch, you make our attack slow down. Why are they not boxing him? Is crazy. They are, but he's just playing out of the press. They are,
That's
but he's
true.
just
That's
dribbling
true.
past them,
It's not just
basically.
him as well. The position Szoboszlai takes up means they can't box him in now. And
Yeah.
obviously Vert's coming deeper to get the ball. Again, you can't box in now because they're not over reliant on just getting the ball into Grav.
And,
Yeah.
and the wing
That's
backs
true.
are playing it differently because last year they
Yeah.
were playing it. Now the left back and the right back, when they've got the opportunity, will get forwards, which gives
Yeah.
another option. So teams last year were able to put 2 or 3 on Gravenberch or around them to stop
Yeah.
the turnouts. Now, if you do that, you're leaving the right back free and you're leaving a pivot guy free, which we can use and play out anyway. So they're fucked.
Tom, was it actually true, the news that you told us pre-stream?
I'm just going off the fact that people have been talking about it.
So is it
Madueke?
actually true? Is Madueke
Yes.
out with an ACL?
There, I did see something before I entered the stream.
All I
There's
know is that he's
fears.
going for scans,
There's
and people
fears.
think it's an ACL.
What's this? What's that?
Madueke. Here we
Madueke.
are.
Oh, okay.
So this is
Oh,
from Ben Jacobs about 20 minutes ago. Noni Madueke is set for spell on the sidelines due to a knee injury sustained against Arsenal. Timeline for the return is still unclear as tests ongoing. However, Madueke has not done his ACL despite rumors.
Okay, cool. Good.
Oh yeah, Ben Jacobs. Madueke has not done his ACL, but faces a spell out with a knee injury. We wish him a speedy recovery, of course. We wish Madueke a
Yeah,
speedy
of course,
recovery.
of course.
Yeah.
Gravenberch now or Prime Fabinho, guys?
Don't like the question. Two completely different players. You're
Both.
talking about a destroyer and a well-rounded.
This is
Give me
too
them
early.
Because
No, but
Fabinho
Fabinho
was the
could-
best DM on the planet for 3
No,
years.
this is what I mean.
So we
People will
just need
forget.
to
that.
relax. Let's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
disrespect
yeah. Let's chill
Fabinho.
out,
You
man.
get me? Let's
The answer,
relax.
the answer is Fabinho. Grav's brilliant, but it's Fabinho. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
Fabinho. Until
100%.
Gravenberch
He
has
hasn't-
it for a longer period of time, the answer is
If
Facts.
Gravenberch sustains these performances for the entirety of the season, no, what I will say is, and this is no disrespect because Fabinho was elite, Fabinho would have never had a season to this level of performance if Gravenberch continues the way he's performed. I haven't seen this. No, I haven't seen
No,
this.
to this
because
level, if he continues, yeah, of course.
That's what I'm claiming.
1920 Fabinho was crazy.
It was
Never said
insane.
he
Are you
wasn't. I
forgetting?
don't think you understand what I'm saying. You think
No,
that
no, I
I'm trying to say-
do.
No,
but
I
I'm
understand. I
I'm
understand.
saying Gravenberch
He's
has
saying
been
if this
mixed.
Gravenberch continues 38 games.
And if he sustains it to what he's been, which is just something I've
Do
never seen.
you think 1920 was Fabinho's best season?
I thought it was 18-19, me personally.
I thought 18-19.
Or
as
the
well.
year before. One of them two.
No, 18-19. He came in
18-19
halfway
he
through the
didn't play
season.
much.
Yeah.
Do you want me to be?
18-19
I
beginning of
think
the
his
season.
best
But
season.
them final few months, I
Fair
thought
play.
were Fabinho's best months of that year, to be fair.
I
and then
thought 1920 was his
just
best
sustained
season,
it.
along with the quad chasing season.
I thought 21-22 was his best season because what
You're
people
saying
forget
the
about
quad chasing.
1920 he missed 2 months with an injury.
Yeah,
But
he got
do you know
ankle injury.
18-19 when he came in towards the end, he was the reason why we competed on all.
Yeah, he
four
was
nights.
unbelievable.
No, of
yeah,
course,
yeah.
bruv.
Oh yeah, no, but remember, Hammond, if we talk about whole season, remember Gravenberch has done it for a whole season. 18-19 wasn't a whole season. He came into the team in like December time.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, I do want to move on, talk about Liverpool going forward as well, because we do have like Southampton and we have, you get me? We got
Palace,
the
yeah.
next
I'm
games
so
coming up as well.
excited. That's not happening.
Oh, and you're here on the channel that monopolizes Liverpool content. Big up to you, brother. Anyway, big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you guys, please hit the like button, subscribe. Anyway, I do want to talk about Liverpool moving forward. Here's the thing. We got Southampton tomorrow in the Carabao Cup, and next week we got Crystal Palace. And also, if you guys want to touch on the possibility of Mo winning the Ballon d'Or today, because it's been reported that they're not telling us the winner before, and there's a Spanish journalist who came out and said off-the-pitch activity counts as well. So that rules out Lamine Yamal. And low-key, couple of footballers been twerking for Salah as well. So, Callum, talk to me about Liverpool moving forward. I start off with you.
In regards to Ballon d'Or, Salah's not winning it, not because of anything Salah's done wrong, but because we know football politics, right? It just is what it is. We know he's not going to win it. He should win it, but he won't. In terms of Liverpool moving forward, extremely excited. Like, I can't wait for the Southampton game because I'm so excited to see players like Leone and Trey and Rio and all these other players who aren't getting regular game times get some good minutes under their belt. So that game I'm massively looking forward to, and I think is definitely a game that, in my opinion, we should be winning. And then in regards to the Crystal Palace game, I think it'll be probably, I know it's kind of sound cliche, I actually think it'll be our most difficult game of the season so far, because we always have a tough game at Selhurst Park, but I do think we'll win that as well, though. So I'm just excited, innit? Pause.
Why is that a pause?
Why is that
absolutely no
a
reason
pause?
for
You're
it to be a
so
pause.
cringe, bro.
No, I'm
You're
just
so cringe sometimes, honestly, bro.
I know why you.
Callum, you're a
I'm
grandfather, bro. What
I'm
is
not
this?
grandfather. Don't do that, Sam.
Just say I'm excited. I'm excited is not a pause. That's a shame.
The internet clips things up. you know,
No
I'm just
pauses on this channel, then. Everyone go crazy, bro.
I'm excited. Pause. What the
Do you
hell?
know what though? Do you know what I was going to say? I have a feeling Salah's going to win the Ballon d'Or. You know,
I hope I'm wrong.
I have
think
like
so?
a hope.
I do. I feel like so over the past few months, I've been analysing that build up to the Ballon d'Or, and Salah's been doing interviews with some people he'd never usually do interviews with. Which, when you're talking about the off the pitch stuff, again, it just might influence some of the perspective. And I just feel the way it's not being talked about on who's the guaranteed winner. I feel like the Yamal shouts have decreased slightly. It's Salah or Dembele, and I just get this weird feeling there's going to be some sort of lean
The
towards Salah.
Spanish journalist said you'll be shocked by the winner.
That's what I mean. And the only
Bruv,
two
yeah, it's gonna be
unsurprising ones.
Rafinha then. Don't let
No,
them.
They're gonna give it like a Pedro or Coutinho.
Matt, what indication have you got that it's going to be Rafinha? If it's a Barcelona player, it's Yamal. If it's PSG,
Hear me
it's
out.
Dembele. If it's
Hear me out,
anyone else, it's Salah.
No.
It's them
James,
three. It's not
I
with
want it to
Rafinha.
be Salah more than anything, but my
But you
worry.
think Rafinha
No,
has got
hear me
more
out.
of a
Hear me
show?
out. Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out, though.
I know that you're
In-
not saying you would.
Yeah.
choose
The
Rafinha
reason
over
I said
Salah.
that is
know
because
that. I'm saying you think all signs point towards him winning the Ballon d'Or above
Yeah,
Salah.
because the last couple of months, there's been this massive push from Barca themselves about Ballon d'Or, and it's the fact of that. If you go look at Rafinha statistically, he actually has had an amazing season, especially in the champ.
I'm saying to you, though, Matt, in the media, what implies
No,
that
because
Rafinha's gonna get the Ballon d'Or?
in the media they always point out like the Champions League, and that's the only reason why I'm saying Salah it might get that full spot which he doesn't deserve. He deserves to win it. Champions League for Ballon d'Or is like the biggest thing, and that's what kind of catapults, in my opinion, what the media are trying to catapult. Yamal. Obviously, Yamal was amazing. Dembele obviously has won. I think he won the quad last year, and obviously we got knocked out of a Champions League. If you notice, I can almost guarantee you this year, even Mbappe, who scored 40 goals but didn't really get that far in the well, in fact, they got knocked out by Arsenal. I guarantee you, he'll still be like what top 6 probably, even though there's probably other players that deserve it more, like Vitinha. I'm telling you, bro, when it comes to La Liga and Champions League, the media always seems to be, there's like this bias there, and it pisses me off. Even though Rafinha's had an amazing season, and I rate Rafinha highly, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think Rafinha or Dembele win it, personally. I don't think Yamal wins it, but I think one of those two do. Look, there's so many politics. I don't want to say what the politics are, but when you read Believe to Surface, like Salah always gets screwed out of these conversations because
every year.
I don't think he's had a claim like he has this season to win it though. I think this season was his biggest stake in it all, in my opinion.
I mean, 17-18, you could argue he had a claim to win it, and he wasn't even really in the conversation. 17-18 is incredible.
Yeah.
And he did it in the Champions League.
Do you know when I knew that no Liverpool player would ever win a Ballon d'Or, maybe ever again? That's a wild statement what I'm about to say, because Virgil, for me, deserved it in 18-19.
That was the closest you were going to get.
And do you know what I'm going to say? Messi, again, was an alien, but this is what happens in football. Because Virgil's a defender and Messi's an attacker, how do you calculate which one was better? Because if you're the best defender in the whole world, why shouldn't you win a Ballon d'Or? But because you're the best attacker, you win the Ballon d'Or. This is what I'm saying. So there's always going to be some type of bias.
Do you know why Virgil never won it that year, though? Virgil never won it because Mane was also in. We had too many Liverpool players involved, basically.
Too many players.
And that's my point, James. Hear me out. How many PSG players are nominated? 11.
Yeah.
11 PSG players are nominated for the award.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barcelona, there'll be a couple
as
well.
The Barcelona journalist said it includes off the pitch activity, so cancel Yamal out immediately. We all know Rafinha is not going to win a Ballon d'Or. I'm just saying.
What makes you so sure?
I don't know, you know, bro.
All roads are leading to Rome. Hear me out.
Sam, can I quickly share screen quickly?
Even if a journalist doesn't put Salah like first, right? Let's say Moroccan journalist. Let's say there's a Moroccan journalist who's voting. He's gonna vote Hakimi number 1 because he's Moroccan. his number 2 or number 3 is going to be Mo. That's my point. Like, even if he doesn't have all the number 1 votes, he has a lot of number 2 and number 3 votes. So it's not impossible, is what I'm saying.
Hassan, quickly just show the screen there. Those numbers are insane from Rafinha. And again, a lot of them came in the Champions League as well, bro. Like he in the Champions League, Rafinha statistically was actually better than Yamal statistically. It's just that we watched the game, obviously. Like,
it'll be Yamal, not
bro.
Rafinha.
I'm not saying it's not necessarily be Yamal. I'm just saying though, statistically, like on just stats wise, this is just one aspect of the game. Rafinha was absolutely going crazy in the Champions League. Even though we all watched the game, and Yamal for me was the more he was the catalyst to Barca. So
I think we're in some sort of place in the middle where we're arguing between who should win it and then who we think we're going to. My argument is only this. I'm not saying who should, who shouldn't, whatever. I do think Salah should, but I'm just saying I'm seeing good signs in the media that indicate Salah has got more of a shout than what people are giving him credit for.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
Lautaro Martinez, what he said publicly, Casemiro, what he said publicly, like, hello.
Yeah. And because of that, I think he's going to get a more fair ranking in the Ballon d'Or this year, and that could be first.
But
we'll see.
Salah deserves it, bro.
And guys, do you want to know where you should watch this? On the Don Hussam channel, because we're covering the Ballon d'Or ceremony, baby. You get me? So I will be there suited and booted. You get me? Ready. Just unleash. We will be there just in case. Just in case, guys. You know? He's most likely not gonna win it, but we will be there. That's all I'm saying. He's most likely not gonna win it, but in case he does win it, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there.
He does. I pray he does. He deserves it, man.
He does. He does. If a Liverpool player wins a Ballon d'Or, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking destroy everyone on this platform.
I'd love it so much more if it was Salah, though. It has to be.
Yes, because our only winner is fucking Michael Owen, who's a rat, bro.
2001, I think it was.
It's just not even so much work to get this.
That's the thing. And like, I actually don't even have I'm actually kind of still proud we've still got someone who's played for us who's won a Ballon d'Or, whether it's Michael Owen or not. I just think
Kevin Keegan wanted playing for us as well, right?
Who?
No.
Kevin Keegan wanted.
Kevin Keegan did, but that was when he did. But that was when
it was no. I don't think Keegan did. And if he did, they would have changed it because it used to be.
It was when he moved to Hamburg because Hamburg were like a European giant at that time.
He was a Liverpool player at the time.
I'm pretty sure
he wasn't.
People are saying Keegan.
I know that he was a player registered for Hamburg, but I'm saying he was a Liverpool player.
No, he wasn't.
Like basically, like the
Ballon d'Or was in 1979. Wait. The Ballon d'Or that he won was in 1979. He left us in 77.
He won 2 Ballon d'Ors. He won a Ballon d'Or in 78 and 79, but he left us in 77.
That's what I'm saying.
No, Tom's right. It was 78 and 79. He'd left us by then.
So, Hassam, he won the Ballon d'Or for the year. Point. No, Hassam, you're wrong.
Remember when Messi won the Ballon d'Or and they said Inter Miami? But the year he won it, he was
wrong. Hussam, listen to Tom. Listen to Tom. You're wrong.
Kevin Keegan left Liverpool in 1977. He left Liverpool at the end of the 1976-1977 season. He won the Ballon d'Or for the 77-78 and 78-79 seasons. That was what he won the Ballon d'Or for. The 2 years at Hamburg. He didn't win the Ballon d'Or at us. And it wasn't, he won it because he'd done it at us and then left and then went to Hamburg. No, he won it when he was at Hamburg. We have one Ballon d'Or.
The European Cup at Liverpool in 1977, then transferred to Hamburg in 1978 and won the Ballon d'Or in 1978.
Transferred to Hamburg in 1977.
At the end of the 76-77 season.
Yeah. So we got the Ballon d'Or for the 77-78 season at Hamburg.
Even if I click on his on the 78 Ballon d'Or, it's down as Kevin Keegan for Hamburg only. When Sadio Mane came second, that year and he left for Bayern, it was down as Liverpool FC / Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Gosh.
You see, this is the thing. Tom says something so confidently, he makes you feel that you're wrong. Watch this. Keegan's transfer to Hamburg was agreed between the FA Cup final and the European Cup final of 1977. Although Keegan had negotiated the maximum transfer fee the season before. The agreement set the British transfer record at 500 grand and nearly doubled the German transfer record. Keegan arrived in Germany, joining a club that had not finished higher than 6th in 2 decades. So he joined after the 1977 European Cup final and proceeded to win the Ballon d'Or
If he was going to win the Ballon d'Or for that year, he would have won the 1977 Ballon d'Or.
Well done,
Sam. Tom's right.
I don't know where you're getting this from, Hussam. It's
Oh
fine,
my
you know,
God.
die loud and proud. I'm just trying to help you. You know what I'm saying, Hussam? But die proud, die proud.
Tom's right, bro.
He couldn't be
Anyway.
more right.
Anyway,
I hate
Kevin
to say
Keegan
it,
won the
you-
Ballon d'Or at Liverpool is my new prop because it can't be just Owen. It can't
No,
be
but
just
I
Owen.
don't have a problem with Owen being the only Ballon d'Or winner. I just don't think there's anyone in our history who deserves it more than friggin'
Because
Salah.
you know what's funny? Sorry, James. You know what's funny? If I go to the 1977 Ballon d'Or,
Tom, I know.
Kevin Keegan finished 2nd. You'll never guess what his club was. Liverpool / Borussia Mönchengladbach. Liverpool / Hamburg.
Hamburg, not Gladbach. Anyway,
It's okay
As
to
we
be
were
wrong
saying-
sometimes.
So I was
It's
correct,
okay, it's
Sam,
okay.
and you were wrong.
anyway, as we were saying,
You should admit that he was right, Sam. That's only
Yeah, I
fair.
think you should.
Nah,
'Cause
yeah,
there's times
you
when
should
I
read that
get
one
things wrong.
silently.
Just say,
Yeah.
bro. Tom was right, bro. It's okay. Like, we can't
Look
all,
at him,
all
bro.
perfect, bro. Sam's getting ready to.
He can't handle it. He hates it. Look
He's not
at
even
him.
gonna acknowledge.
listen, guys, we're not.
Right,
Hey,
before we
guys,
end the
look at
show,
the
let me
chat.
just get the
Look
super
at the
chats.
Yeah, anyway, as I was
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
you
take
get
your
me.
phones, there's
Moving
gonna be a
forward,
threat.
what do you think of Liverpool moving forward? Southampton and Crystal Palace.
Yeah, good.
I think that I think that will play so well. It will have someone who finishes higher than the winner.
Go ahead, Callum.
He's muted.
He's trying to silence me. He's trying to silence me.
I already spoken it. I'm really looking forward to the Southampton game. Really am.
Yeah. Leone debut, boys. Leone
Yes, I'm saying
debut.
Leone.
I want to
Rio.
see Leone play some football. Not only that, I want to see Trey as well. I want to
Yeah.
see Rio get some minutes. Obviously, Isak as well. We already know Isak. just needs to-
Mamadash
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Mamadash.
I'm
What we're
saying,
saying then, Gomez and Leone. Spoiler alert for later on, Cal, but we kind of
Yeah,
know
yeah.
the centre back pairing.
I'm just
Obviously-
happy Keys is going to be in a match day squad again.
How do you, are you sure?
I was gonna,
I hope
I
so.
was gonna say, don't count your
But
chickens.
The way he
before they
treats Kaiser, man.
He's not taking Salah. He's already said he's not taking Salah. So by virtue, Keys has got to get in the squad.
hatch. We'll see, man.
Bro, Kaiser didn't make the match day squad for Everton, bro.
Don't be
But
surprised.
again, I think people have blown this way out of
All
proportion.
right, James, hear me out quickly. Just hear me out quickly.
Go to the bench, and who would you replace off the bench?
Oh, all right, hear me out
Forget
quickly,
that
hear me out.
we've got Isak, you know what I mean?
I understand that, but I
Callum
just
just leave
raised.
the stream.
I think he may have, yeah. Chiesa, yeah. I've been saying this for a while. I know he can do a job,
wait.
but I just don't think the manager trusts him as much as
Yeah.
some people make out. And
That's
not only
obvious.
that,
Yeah, that's obvious.
yeah, and he's been omitted already from the Champions League squad, so that's disappointment already. He's been omitted for the Champions
But
League
again,
squad.
though, who you're putting him in there for?
All right,
You know what I mean?
James, I'm glad you said that. If his name, I'm just using this man's example, was Cody Gakpo, is Cody Gakpo coming out the squad for anybody? Yes or no?
No, of course he's not. But there's no.
This is what I'm
need for him to-
saying. So if
But-
Chiesa
but-
was,
But who you got?
I don't know who
then
you admitted
you're asking
before, it's
me, would
hard,
I
innit?
rather Gakpo or Chiesa in the Champions League squad? Obviously, I'm going to choose Gakpo every single day of the week.
no, but you're saying, but who is he gonna like replace it?
Yeah,
with?
who is he
Who's gonna come
replacing?
in
Look
for?
at the Champions League list and tell me who replaces him.
No, but
It
what I'm
came-
saying
it
is
came
when you're
down
that
to
good, it
Rio
don't really
or
matter. Because
Chiesa.
if he was that good,
Yeah.
Slot would just take out whoever. But the problem is he's not though. Do you get what I'm saying?
The thing is with this
that
with
last
this
thing again.
Rio thing,
Yeah.
do we have to register Rio or he can just
Yes,
play?
Rio
'cause he's on-
Yes.
needs to be registered. Rio
Th-
needs to be
this-
registered
this
in the
season-
Champions League.
Yeah.
This season he needs to be registered because he's not been here 2 years yet.
And
Next
we've lost
season,
players
what-
like. Go on.
Next season he won't need to be. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So next season, if this was happening next season, Chiesa could have been in and Rio would have been on squad list.
Because he's been at us for, I think it's like a 12-month or 18-month period. Can't remember the exact rules, but there's something to do with how long he's been at us for. That meant he couldn't just eligibly like go in as like one of our squad players. Chiesa wasn't on the Everton bench because look at the Everton bench and tell me who you're taking off that
I'm
bench.
literally
for
just-
Chiesa's
Yo,
inclusion.
Endo is not even registered in the Champions League squad.
Endo is registered
No,
in the
Endo
Champions
is.
League squad.
Bro,
Endo-
I'm literally
Endo-
on UEFA.com right now. and
Bro,
there's no
Endo is registered, bro. I
Endo's
promise you.
registered. He's in the
Yeah.
defenders section. He's in the defenders section for some
Endo's
reason.
registered. 100.
Oh, why?
Oh,
Go,
why
go
the
on.
fuck is he in defenders? Yeah.
I don't know either.
Endo's registered because he was on the fucking bench against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
I was
definitely
gonna- no.
registered.
The
Boys,
one
I'm
that
gonna-
I would
No,
unregister is
Sam was
probably Jaden
confused
Dance.
because
Boys,
no,
I'm gonna have to
Sam looked in the midfield section.
Big up, Cal.
big up,
Big up,
brothers.
Cal.
Bless
Uh,
up.
Jaden Dance isn't
Matt, I'll
registered
give you a
like that,
shout.
though.
Yeah, cool.
Sam. So there's two registration. So you've got two registration things in the Champions League. You got a squad list A and a squad list B. Squad list B is what Jaden Dance is on. You, in theory, could have 999 million players on that squad list as long as they all fit the requirements of being under the age of 21 and have been trained at your club for 2 years. Jaden Dance is on that squad. Rio
There's
hasn't
two
been
players next to them. There is a star, Jaden Dance and Trey Nyoni.
Yes, they're on squad list B. So
They're
you
on.
could
Can I
have
say
as
that
many
to
of them.
them?
They're on squad list B. So
Squad list B.
they're registered. They can play in the Champions League, but they're not taking registration spots.
Bro.
Rio doesn't. Rio, because he's not been here 2 years, because it's different
Yeah.
to in other competitions. I think
Yeah.
you wait for 2 years. Because he's not been here 2 years yet, at the end of the season, he will be eligible to go on to squad list B. So next year, he'd have to star next to his name. And that registration spot that he's taken up can be used on someone else.
Breaking news: someone you hate makes good point. So just with the Carabao Cup,
I made plenty, but you don't give me the praise for them.
you're.
I'll take that, Tom. I'll take
Oh,
it.
you don't get praise for it. Everyone spam crying emojis in the chat for Tom. You know, like fucking out of 5,000 subscribers, fucking 4,500 of you have subscribed to him from this channel. But we treat him like shit. And you want to put in a complaint to HR?
I
You
will,
wanna put
I
in a-
will do.
You get me?
I will
Put a complaint for HR. This is my complaints box right here. Put it here. Put it here, Habib. Put your complaint in this complaint box. Oh, you get so disrespected on the channel.
Just
Kiss
quickly, I
my
will
ass,
say,
Tom.
just about Hammers' point. Hammers, you made a very good point because I'm looking at the bench now and I'm seeing Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Gomez, Rio, Robertson, Endo, Verts, Curtis Jones, and Isak. I'll be real, I don't know how Kaiser gets on.
It's a tough one, it is a tough one. And I think we feel sorry for Chiesa like he's a bit of a baby.
The
and
Champions League are weird though. Why do you have to register a 17-year-old?
No, but this is the Prem. Sorry to
They're
kind of
so
switch the
weird,
conversation. Me and Hassan, sorry, me and Hammers was talking about the Everton game because I said, oh, but look, he wasn't even on the bench for the Everton game.
Yeah,
it's kind of coinciding with Champions League. I'm basically saying Kaiser's been treated a little bit of a way, but you made a point. Yeah,
Matt, because I was on the same boat as you before I looked into it, I went, Arne Slot can't just hate Chiesa this much. It's got to be just like where he is in the pecking order. And when I looked into the Champions League squad and I looked at because Rio was the one that confused me because I was like, surely he would be eligible for squad list B.
You haven't got registered
because he knew he's not eligible for it, basically. So that was the point where I was just like ultra confused. So I looked into it and then I realized that's why. So when I looked at the Champions League thing, it explained it for me. And then I looked at the Everton thing and I just think people don't know, like, I don't think people look at the bench because I looked at the bench and I went, well, to be fair, I don't know who I'm taking off that bench to make sure Chiesa gets his inclusion. And that was the one worry I did have for Chiesa prior to Isak's official arrival, because I thought when Isaac arrives, like, all this love for Chiesa is going to have to diminish because Salah's still going to play most of the games 90 minutes and, you know, it's going to be Isak or Ekitike who plays up front, and Chiesa isn't really considered as a left-wing option anyway. So this outrage that fans have over about the mistreatment of Chiesa, you would probably have to mistreat him the same way if you were in Arne Slot's shoes, because then if you don't disappoint Chiesa, you've got to disappoint another player of quality.
A more key player or seen as more key. Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the difference is between Chiesa and those key players is Chiesa's more willing to accept his role. Did you see that Chiesa refused to go to international duty? Did you see that?
No. I didn't know he refused.
He refused to go. So he refused
because he wanted to stay and train, basically.
Yes, and he wants to get back to his level. He's not back to that level yet, even in his mind. So the message that Slot's put forward to the media is one that Chiesa very much agrees with. But because we don't see Chiesa say it, everyone thinks it's just him being...
And speaking of getting back to his level, James, tomorrow's game against Southampton, do you think this is one of the games where he can try to push and get back to his level?
I feel like we've seen Chiesa's level. I think we can see he's an instinctive finisher. He's not quite what he was when he was winning the Euros with Italy, where he's just absolutely in behind and, being able to cut in on his right foot.
Explosive, innit? Yeah, he's not really like
explosive is the perfect word, explosive. And I don't think he's that no more. But is he an instinctive finisher where if he gets in the 12 yards and he gets a chance, will he score? Yes, he will. It just depends if he gets that chance for me. And I'm sure he's going to have the legs around him to be able to get him a couple of chances in the game. But I've seen games where Chiesa struggles with that because, as I said, if the chances aren't coming to him, then there's just not much else he can offer, unfortunately. He's not the guy to be competing with centre-backs running for the ball. He's not the guy to be running in behind no more. Like, that Chiesa signing was just all a punt. And against Southampton, it wouldn't surprise me if he struggled, but it definitely wouldn't surprise me if he got a goal. So I just don't know. I do not know about what this means for Chiesa, to be honest. But he'll start, so he'll get more than a fair opportunity to prove himself.
Let's say Southampton get a shock 1-0 win at Anfield tomorrow. Do any of you care deep down?
I do
in the moment, I'll care. In the moment, I'll be
because you want to win every game. Like, it's early days and we should be beating Southampton. Like, listen, this is another game for Isak. I know he's been speaking about Keza, but this is for Isak to get minutes now as well, you know. So I'm actually expecting Isak to start.
Good point, Matt. Good point.
He needs the minutes. You can tell, like, listen, when Isak started against Atletico Madrid, I'm not going to lie to you, that was adrenaline because the guys played like he had a preseason. Then you start to see the tail off because obviously the fatigue started to hit him, and you could tell, like, all right, I'm not there just yet, and rightly so. Then you see him come up against Everton, and you're like, all right, you can see good touches here and there, but you can tell just a little bit rusty. He needs to start this game, get some minutes. I think Rio needs to start. I think Chiesa needs to get some minutes as well, whether Chiesa plays on the right. I think we've got to be careful not to take the mick with our starting lineup. Obviously, there will be a lot of changes. Like, I'm expecting Leone to play. Maybe Robertson for experience at left back. Here's an interesting question. Would you lot start McAllister to try and get him up to speed, or do you rest him?
I'd still rest McAllister, mate.
Would you? Interesting.
See, this is a very good question from Matt because there's players who need to get their fitness up as well. I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, because do you rest them or do you kind of play them in? Because remember,
is Rio, Isak, and Chiesa a good front three given circumstances?
I'll be on. It's fucking.
It's more than good enough.
If you give me that front three tomorrow, that is far better than what I would have anticipated, to be dead honest with you.
But here's the thing, Isak, I don't expect Isak to start Carabao Cup games in the future. But what Matt said about fitness is true as well.
For where we are now, it makes sense.
Who's the backup midfielders? Curtis Jones, Endo, and who else?
Endo, yeah.
I think McAllister to start, and then you got Trey as well. Who'll probably
Should we do a bit of a predicted dash? What we would do starting 11 dead quick? Should we do that?
Yeah, I can start. I can give him my starting 11. I go Mamardashvili. Yeah. I go based off evidence right back Frimpong because he didn't.
He never
didn't get on against Everton, did he?
I then go Leone and Gomez. Leone and Gomez. Robertson left back. Midfield 3 for fitness McAllister, and then Endo and Jones.
McAllister, Endo and Jones, not the worst.
McAllister
for fitness purposes, you have to go McAllister because he needs to be fit.
Do you think there's any chance that Leone gets the nod over McAllister and McAllister gets a 30-minute cameo?
No, I think it's
maybe McAllister
it's more a case.
For 45 minutes and
it's more a case of McAllister gets 60 and then Leone comes on.
Fair.
And then the front three: Rio, Isak, and Chiesa.
Yeah, I like that lineup a lot. I think that's as. I don't think the fans can look at that lineup.
Sorry, Southampton.
I don't think the fans can look at that lineup.
I apologize, Southampton, for what's going to happen to you. I apologize.
Yeah,
it'll be like the kids on the bench, so you have like Keaton Morrison.
I watched. I think James was on Jamie's channel talking about our squad depth. Low-key, our squad depth is better than we think to an extent.
I've said this all season, you know.
Exactly. It's fucking.
I think our squad. It's only because people look at our centre backs and it's not as deep as
That's
Arsenal.
correct. Yes, it's centre back.
With Arsenal, they have 4 starting centre backs, so they've got to have 4 backup ones pretty much. So it's never going to look as good in that department. But we are very, very solid, and I think my confidence comes in Leone. I think other people obviously still look at him as young, and and he is inexperienced. That's a fact. However, I think his quality will supersede the lack of experience that he has, and I think that's why he was able to adjust into the Italian league so easy and pocket world-class strikers. Like, say what you want about Lukaku, that guy has caused problems in the Premier League, and he gave him a torrid time. Do you know what? Vlahovic never had a sniff. Kolo Muani, like, okay, he's not really world-class, but he's still a good enough striker that if you pocket him, you've done a job. So Yeah, mate, I've got really high hopes for Leone, and I think the club too. I think the club view him as like future one of the best in the world.
No, I agree, bro. And do you know what I'm gonna say? Big up the chat as well, because I was seeing what the chat was saying. They made another good question. Wirtz might even start, you know.
No.
And he never played against Southampton.
No,
I'm sorry, he never played against Everton.
He did. He came off the bench.
Sorry, I mean, he
No,
never started against Everton.
He might start Wirtz.
hear
me out, Tom. No, hear me out. Don't be so dismissive. Hear me out.
I will be. No
Right,
chance. He can go off the bench, but he's not starting.
Bro, he might start again because he obviously didn't start against Everton, obviously Derby and whatnot. Yeah, this game theoretically should be
Everton.
Yeah. This game theoretically should be easier, even intensity. This is Southampton at home. Like we're at home, not like we're away. This is at home. Wirtz could play a potential 60 minutes just to kind of get used to again more physicality, and then you bring him up. No, bro, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I can see a world where Wirtz starts and you've got maybe Jones alongside Endo or something like that. So a lot of that is just to protect the midfield.
You've got two midfielders. The show. You've got two midfielders that need minutes in Jones and McAllister. Jones because he's coming back from an injury, and McAllister because he's still trying to get fit. Endo deserves to play because he's not throwing up a fuss or anything. That's your midfield reset. I can see Wirtz coming off the bench because he's not going to bring Nione on in the 10. He sees Nione as a pivot player. So I can see him bringing on Wirtz to replace Jones with 30-20 to go. But I don't see him starting Wirtz here. I see him starting Wirtz against Palace.
No, fair play. I'm just saying, big at the chat. They made a valid point, and I can understand it. Like there is a part of me that does see Wirtz potentially starting, but only playing like an hour. But Curtis Jones I think will start. It could even be McAllister and Jones in the pivot.
No, because then Endo's got. I'll be fuming if Endo isn't playing.
No,
I'd actually be fuming.
I'll be
fuming, Tom. Fuming.
Endo deserves a chance, Tom. But here's what you got to understand. Endo deserves
Tom will be slot out. Tom will be slot out if Enzo doesn't get a start.
Endo deserves his chance to play football. However,
which idiot said that?
Curtis Jones and McAllister are ahead of him in the pecking order, and they need minutes more than Endo.
Endo deserves a start.
Do you know why I think? Do you know why?
Answer my question though. Do you think?
No, because you can put Curtis Jones in the 10.
Do you know why I think? Why Tom's? I think Tom. Do you know because McAllister started against Everton, right? I think that's why it's more of a shout he might be rested for this game, because we're all talking about how he needs to get match fitness. Sometimes it's not always the answer to just give players more games to get match fitness.
30 minutes at the end is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Whereas Wirtz, who didn't start against Everton, I think does have a little bit of a shout in this game.
If we start Wirtz in the Carabao Cup, bro, come on, man.
But then you've got the case of...
We're not saying it's gonna. We're just saying.
But here's the thing: you have to keep in mind. Okay, wait. Let me try to convince you of the opposite. What happens after Southampton? Palace away, Galatasaray, and then Chelsea away. So we got 3 away games.
We're just saying 60 minutes though.
Yeah.
For who? McAllister or Wirtz?
This is for Wirtz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In this argument, Wirtz. But it's not the end of the world. It is the point I'm making.
I just don't see him starting.
Fair play.
Because you've got to bear in mind, well, Wirtz has started every other game bar Everton. So
that is true.
You kind of need to give him more time off, especially if he's needing to adapt. So starting against Southampton, I get what you're saying. It's a slower pace, but in the same breath, this is a championship team. It's even more physical. That's what these are good at. Fucking battering you and booting you.
He needs to get used to that physicality though as well, though. All right, then, so just quickly then, we're saying most likely then Wirtz probably won't start, but at the same time, don't be shocked. But what about McAllister then? Is McAllister the one where you go?
McAllister should be starting because he's not. It's not a case of him.
Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure on that one.
I'm not sure about McAllister right now.
I could see it being Nione. Where it's Nione and Endo with Jones in the 10. But if it's me, I'm playing McAllister and I'm having him on the bench for Palace.
So we've been talking about what we're trying to think Arne Slot's going to do. What I would do, I'm more than happy with a midfield of McAllister, Jones, and Enzo. Like I am more than happy with that.
Yeah, 100%. That wins you a game. 100%.
And he only gets a cameo of 30 minutes.
I'm even happy if we go Nioni, Endo, and Jones. I'm okay.
Do you want me to tell you the only reason why I'm not as happy with that is because if we lose, I do think you can look at that midfield and you've gone maybe a bit weak there. You know, you've got 4 world-class midfielders you can rotate between. The one who's played the least, McAllister, you've not started him in a cup game against it. As you said, a championship team.
High possibility that we start with our.
It's not like we're playing against the Grimsby here. Do you know what I mean? Like we're playing against the team who was in the Prem last season. So
there's one more thing as well to factor in, and this is why I definitely don't think Verts will start. We might need Verts to play left wing if Rio gets tired. You can't do that if Verts starts at the game for 60 minutes.
I want our fan base to stop looking at Verts like a left winger. You know, I really want to happen.
But it's a case, he's not taking Gakpo tomorrow. He said already he's not taking Konate, Van Dijk, what's his name? Gravenberch, Salah, or Gakpo. I'm pretty sure they're the 5 he's not taking. Because they've started every game, so he's not taking them. Yeah. So as it stands, we've got no left winger and no right winger to back up to Chiesa and Rio. Now we know that he knows Verts can do a job out there. He's
back in training now, ain't he?
Is he even back in training?
He's back in a form of training, but he's playing under 21 football before he plays first team football. That's been said.
Flipping out, bro. You just need to get him back.
With the lack of a left winger and the lack of a right winger, we might need a guy who can sit there and go, right, for 30 minutes, Florian, we're gonna have to play it out there because Rio needs to come off. We can't do that if he started in the 10 because if Florian Wirtz is getting 90 minutes against Southampton in the Carabao Cup, something's gone horribly wrong in squad rotation.
No, I agreed. Yeah, Wirtz would again. It was just big at the chat. They did make a point because
have you not seen who's on the bench tomorrow? Because we're not taking any of the centre backs.
Reece Williams is going to be there, isn't he?
Reece Williams is going to make a matchday squad for Liverpool.
Williams.
You want to know something? I'm not
trained at the first team this week.
Guys, it's fucking Southampton.
Oh my days! You guys are.
The reason why I was interrupting James when you were speaking, even with that midfield 3, brother, we have Isak up top. It's fucking Southampton. Come on.
No, but you've done this against Burnley, though. You don't look at the entire game in its picture. You just go with the name value and go, right, we should batter these 8-0. And then, obviously, we get a closer game than anticipated. I do agree, though. I do agree. If we start Isak, our chances of winning this game will be significantly higher. But do you know who else who I think we need to give a look at for the matchday squad? Whether it's on the bench or otherwise, Luke Chambers. I think this is someone who's been overlooked.
Is he not injured?
If he's injured, then just completely ignore what I've just said. But he is a player I rate, and I think the manager actually rates him as well because he can play left back and centre back. Just an option. Because I remember, Tom, do you remember when we were debating Cal about the 5th choice centre back? And I said, well, if you're happy with Jarrell Kwanzaa when he was coming off the back of a loan against Bristol or for Bristol Rovers, then you should be all right with Reece James being considered the 5th choice centre-back now because you were talking about experience. But then I forgot that we still had Luke Chambers who can play centre-back as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's fit.
That makes sense because do you remember him when he played against Bilbao and he got he played really well and people were giving him praise and
Tom
stuff.
knows his kids, innit? He knows his kids.
let me just grab these before we wrap up the stream. Big up to the football talk. Wow.
Do you know what? I'm putting my neck on the line for this super chat. I'm saying Salah.
I know what they're doing that. It's because basically I got it wrong when I thought someone was playing and they weren't playing. So
not someone was playing. He said Kerkez and Wirtz overlapped with each other and they weren't on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah, I made a mistake, bro. And since then, the chat, they'll say things like
no ball knowledge.
Yeah, they'll say things like Matt is Henry gonna get a hat trick today then, like because he's still at Arsenal. They just keep doing dumb stuff, bro.
Hey, the football talk, dunk, Habibi.
Oh my! Just quickly though, actually no. Finish with super chats, bro. Go on. Yeah.
I need a laugh. Can we play the video of Tom?
No, Matt. Carry on, Matt. Carry on.
No. It's cool, bro. It's a Sam show, bro. We can do what he likes. His show, bro.
Where is the video of him riding a man's neck?
Diabolical.
I am more scouse than you ever will be, Tom. I'm
Do you
more
think that's an
scouse
England
than you
song and
ever
it's
will
not?
be.
Do you think that's an
Chanting
England song?
England songs, have some
That is
shame.
not an England song.
Have some shame.
It's
You're
not an
moving
England
like
song.
a Tory.
It's not.
When
It's
was
not an
that?
England song.
When was that
J-
video?
The Euros.
Euros.
Ah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This guy moving like a Tory. Guys, it's not deep. He would rather a 16-year-old over Chiesa. Rio's really good, but if Chiesa bans a 16-year-old, the manager doesn't rate him. And I don't mind. He's not that good. The level of disrespect to the great Federico Chiesa when he's with us on the stream is so disrespectful. Respect Federico Chiesa, please, mate. Let's not be disrespectful to Chiesa. You get me?
How
Tom,
dare you be disrespectful to Rio Engamoa? Don't ever be disrespectful to my Rio Engamoa in future again. That's a generational talent. You're talking about, you fraud. Like, go on, carry on.
facts. Tom, see, that's how you do an Arab accent. Callum, you don't sound Russian when you do an Arab accent.
Innit?
Tom, now's the best time to have a weekly show on your channel called I Was Right and have guests on who correct Hussam without being acknowledged. Guys, you get me? Once in a blue moon, people do stuff. Even Nunes scored a goal once every 3 months. Let Tom have his I was right moment. It's okay.
No,
It's okay. He was right. You get me? Shit happens. Sometimes even Tom Little is right. Rosa's type is an ick. Wow, promo. Wow. That's crazy. Hamaz, have you seen the Indonesian impersonating you?
Oh yeah, Indonesian. Yeah, the one in the hotel. Yeah. It's a good clip. It's a good clip because they're supposed
Send
to
it
be
to
really
me, Khaled. I
I
haven't
haven't
seen it.
seen it. I haven't seen that one. I ain't seen
So if you type in Indonesia, Scouts or something like that, then it'll come up.
All
But
right.
this fella, he's like he works in like a holiday resort type hotel,
Yeah.
and people always ask him to do accents, and he's very good at them. So Indonesians are actually, like, historically supposed to be very good at imitating dialect. So his Scouse imitation of me was like, honestly, it was brilliant.
Spot on.
He
Yeah.
sounds like a Scouser, yeah. It was really, really good. But probably the best impression I've ever heard someone do of me.
Fair
It was
play.
really good. I approve of this fella.
Fair play.
Why have we stopped? We paused.
Oh,
I
I
don't
know
know.
the one that
I'm
you're talking
finding the
about.
video.
Oh, you're looking for
Hassan's-
it? You're looking
Yeah, I was
for it?
thinking that we ended the show kind of abruptly.
Sam, are you able to share it? You're able to share it?
Yeah, I'll share it
Yeah.
now.
It's a good one, this. You'll like it. He's funny, this fella.
This one?
Yeah. That's the one. Play it.
Let me hear this.
What are you laughing for? What was the chicken nuggets on it? Chicken nuggets. Chicken kind of cook. Why you laughing? I'm being serious. Why you laughing? I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Why you laughing for? I'm being
Fairs. Anyway, guys, look, we can wrap up the
Oh,
stream here. Guys.
before we end, have you not seen the Ekitike interview that he's done?
No.
Where he speaks about
From
Newcastle.
I've only seen the clip today. I think
Oh,
it
okay.
came out like this morning.
I did see a quote.
I can play the video if you want.
Yeah, go on.
46 seconds. I'll grab it now.
Go on.
I just
What
see a
is it?
clip, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it's quote. Sorry, from Anfield Buzz, I think it is.
My favorite current player to watch is Mohamed Salah, but I watch him every day.
Any players at other clubs that you enjoy watching?
In other clubs? No.
You know?
My favorite.
Is this
So, you know
real? Is
what?
this real?
That's real, yeah.
No, that's real.
He-
So that's from the other day, that interview. So do you know what I've established about Ekitike? He doesn't watch football. He
No.
just plays it. No.
He doesn't.
Listen to me. Listen. So he didn't know about the size of our fan base before he joined us, by the way. He didn't know like how big.
Oh, we didn't
Liverpool was.
know.
No, he said like I didn't realise how big Liverpool was until I joined. But he weren't saying it disrespectfully. He was saying
He
it
was just
because
saying it. He didn't realize.
genuinely
like,
didn't know.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know who Everton was. He didn't know what like Everton existed.
Hey, that's okay, to be fair. That's okay.
You know what's all right. Do you know what? Do you know why I can kind of see that?
People in France are supposed to know about Everton, James. Come on.
You see how he's kind of
course
nonchalant.
not.
Yeah,
Everton is still
laid
big. Come
back.
on.
Bro, you see how he's kind of laid back here. I almost feel like it actually works in his favor. You know, like not knowing too much can actually be a good thing. You know, like because I'll be honest with you, you can tell the pressure. I don't want to bring this player up, but you see Darwin Núñez. different mentality. He knew where he was, and I think that pressure is what ultimately like destroyed his career. Realistically, I know we could talk about talent, whatever, but when you sometimes know that you're the number 9 Liverpool, you've got all these present other strikers, past strikers that came before you. You know how well they've done. You understand your role. I kind of feel like Ekitike is just like, yeah, I want to go to that Liverpool. They seem kind of sick.
Yeah.
You know, it's like laid back. Yeah, they seem cold. Like they look like
Matt, you're onto those boys that like you grow up with, you go like to the pitch with or something like that, and they wouldn't watch football, but they'd be a baller themselves.
Yeah. Facts.
Like, I remember some of my friends who were ballers. I remember thinking you're unbearable when it comes to talking about football, but you're so good at football. Like I think Ekitike is just one of them. He just doesn't have the telly on. Which
like what's his name? That Spurs left back, Asui Koto. It was.
Oh,
one of them didn't watch no football.
As to Koto came out said that Ben White doesn't watch football.
Ben White was another one.
Bro, do you know who else doesn't watch football? If I'm not mistaken, Gareth Bale, bro. Bale went like that.
Yeah, Gareth Bale. Yep.
That's it. Do you know what? I'm going to take that as a green flag because I kind of like the way Ekitike went into that Everton game with a bit of a new perspective, like only what people had told him about it. And he thrived in it for that reason, I think.
Big up, Jenny. Welcome back. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Shout out to our sponsor, OK Jersey. Go check them out. And don't forget to use code Hussam, guys, for your 8% off discount code. I've ordered my shirts. I'm going to order them today. So when they get here, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to unbox all the 10 shirts as well and share them with you guys. So big up to all of you guys. And yeah, peace out, Habibis. Also, before we go, we're going to redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo. Rory is on there. You get me? Let's piss off the Arsenal fans. So how do we piss off the Arsenal fans? Just spam 5 points. Liverpool fans, we don't have to talk a lot now. Just spam 5 points and that's it. You get me? So we'll leave you with the video and we're going to get out of here. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Hussam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys.